What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going down, man? It's another day. Beautiful day. Exciting day. TikTok has been going dumb. I'm not gonna lie about it. And I believe I got a couple of people, upset. You know what I'm saying, with the podcast, with me.
I mean, I know I do. I literally just had to I'm still in the comment battle right now with somebody on your fucking post right now. I'm in a comment battle right now with this chick on your post. Like, she went and made a whole nother video about what I commented and everything, bro. So, man,
a whole video?
You're gonna see it in your comments. Just go. You're gonna check it out in a minute, bro. I like your comment section though. Like, I have a field day with them fat chicks.
I bet. But no longer. We ain't gonna hold nothing. What's up? What's up, Franklin Media? What's happening? Thank you for checking in from YouTube, our YouTube family, Facebook family, TikTok family. We appreciate y'all. We have set the internet on fire 2 weeks ago. It went crazy because Lil Terry have told the woman to stay in her place and shut the fuck up if she wants to be a good woman. You know what I'm saying? So that was my take, and we have a wonderful lady, author Licia, that's in the panel right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she don't have a smirk on her face because she's about to get ready to she gonna feel like she could throw some little punches, but we're gonna jab her back, We're gonna throw a little jab back. Well, we can't hear you. But yeah, so fellas, before we bring Lisa on, is there any questions you feel I'm saying to give her, and then we're gonna allow her to have the floor. We're gonna hear, because that's what one thing females do not know how to do is listen. But we're gonna listen to the woman, you feel I'm saying? And then we're gonna go from there. All right. So what is it that you have on SouthSide? He said, man, you have been warned. Dude. Hey, Frank. Hey, you was on the panel last week, baby. But we ain't gonna do too much, man. Hey, Jay, we can't see you no more, but we're gonna bring her on. Miss Lisa. What's happening?
You be starting.
What's going on?
Take it easy.
Really? Okay. So, how y'all doing? Thank you for having me on the show. So let's get the pleasantries out the way. So we're gonna start with fat chicks and don't listen. That's how we gonna do that? Because that
wasn't in the same category.
Oh, okay.
Like, so what he talking about was totally different than what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, you just said fat chicks.
I was having a conversation about
thickness and fat. Thickness and fat don't go together.
Fair enough. I will give that.
I was having a conversation about a fat chick on TikTok. She don't. That's a whole different ballpark.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. But we don't listen.
I can agree to that.
Nah.
They starting already. Okay, I got you.
I can agree to the not listening.
Well, that's because y'all got these little youngins.
The old ones don't listen either.
Oh,
the older ones. Let's not just say old.
Okay, not just that. But that would be like me categorizing and say that all men are dogs or all young people ain't about shit.
I mean, well, that's pretty much a synopsis.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
My boy said vintage.
Because here's the thing. That's like lumping everybody, like all black people, we bad. That's not true. Some of us out here hustling legally. Some of us are handling our business. So you can't lump a whole species in together. Like you can't lump a whole race in together.
Well, since we're on the subject of listening, I do have a question.
Please.
For the ones that don't listen, how can you protect something that don't listen?
You can't. Just like you can't learn if you don't shut the fuck up.
Can we transfer this over to TikTok for that fat chick I was just talking to? She needs to hear this come from a woman because
I'm
like,
just saying, and I'm an older woman, and you don't get old by being no fool generally, but there's this couple that can slip through the cracks. But you can't learn if you don't shut up, if you don't listen. It's called hush mouth grace. And look, I'm past menopause at this point, so I have zero filter. But at the same time, just like who you get with me right now, my pastor didn't see the side of me. Let's be clear. My mom, my daughter, him.
Not the
You know
pastor.
what I'm saying? Huh?
So
Jay,
that's
put
the
your phone
pastor.
on D&D, bro.
Yeah. Because I'm not fake. But also at the same time, I'm not cussing like a sailor around my pastor either. Can you be fair? But again, you can't learn anything if you don't be quiet. How you gonna learn?
Tell that to
Well-
your fellow sisterings. I hope they listening right now. Like, it didn't come from us. It came from Miss Lisa.
It came from me, and I said what I said, and I stand on business.
Shut the fuck up so y'all can learn. That's what she said.
There you go.
She said
Okay,
it.
I'll give you that. I will give you that one.
She said it more layman's term, but I'm gonna give it to you niggerish. Shut the fuck up so y'all can learn something. And niggas, that go for you too.
You did.
So look, so I'm gonna break down what I said last week, and I know that you want to respond to it. So
yes.
Oh Lord.
And I got pencil, pen and paper. So as you're talking, I'm gonna take notes so I can respond. But I'm listening right now. I got my listening ears on.
So this is what's been said from women that don't understand the back end, right? So the back end is good women or a good woman or being a good woman, right? But the front end is I need a good man. A man don't know how to be a good man, or there's not too many good men out there, right? Now, my thing was, as a good woman, she stays in her place and shut the fuck up. And how I break that down is, as a good woman, we got to look at it as we're modern and back in the day. Back in the day represents a style of how a good woman acts. Back in the day, a good woman is what most women is now I wouldn't say afraid to be, but I wouldn't say shy. They don't want to be it. And what I mean by this is submissive. They don't know what submissive means. These women don't know what submissive means. So break down submissive, right? Submissive is being under a command, like a covenant. That's what submissive means.
No,
you're up under some type of leadership.
You do whatever the fuck I say and don't question it. That's what submissive means.
That's been submissive.
That's literally the definition. I might have said the definition a little differently, but literally that is the definition: being under someone else's will. That means you do whatever I say and you don't question it.
If I tell you to have that plate done when I get home,
we can Google the definition.
You have that plate done when I get home.
The English definition, if it helps. But I just broke it down in layman's terms.
I'm still listening. Go ahead. I'm listening.
She been sarcastic, but we're gonna flush it though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now we have the regular dictionary definition. Ready to conform to the authority or will of others. That is the dictionary's definition of submissive. So that means you shut the fuck up and do what I say and don't question it. That's literally the dictionary. That's the dictionary's definition. Not mine, not Terry's, the dictionary. And I don't know who wrote the dictionary, but that's what that man wrote in his book.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, so you want me to shut the fuck up and be submissive. so you can lead. Is that where we're going with this? But where you lead me to?
Yeah. What was the question?
You want me to shut the fuck up and be submissive so you can lead? That's where we're going with this.
So no. So the context of the whole thing is women always say what they want, but they don't know the back end story of getting what you want. So a good man versus a good woman, a good man, you know what I'm saying? A good man nowadays is not going to be challengeable. They're not going to challenge you. They're not going to motivate you. They're not going to push you. They don't really care. Whatever you say goes. Nowadays, that's what a good man is. I get my way. You feel what I'm saying? That's what a good man is today. Back in the day, a good man leads and have authority, pay bills, the woman stay home, make sure my food is done morning, noon, and night. When I want sex, I get it. That's it.
Okay, define back in the day.
Maybe 19, we're gonna just say maybe 1940s, 50s. Somewhere
okay, before any of us were born, is what you're saying. Okay, so you want me to be submissive, do what you want me to do, and let you lead, but where the hell you lead me to? Don't just say you want to lead, but you don't have an action plan.
Survival. What do you mean? That's why I don't understand. Like, I don't understand when women say, "What are you leading me to?" Where the fuck are you trying to go, other than maintain life?
Who the fuck wants to maintain? Nigga, I'm trying to hop on a plane. I'm trying to go shopping. I'm trying to live my best life. That's not maintaining.
That shit sound personal.
I'm not maintaining. There's nothing about this that's maintaining. I'm trying to go above.
But this is what I'm saying. So the things that you're saying or that you're asking for, these are personal things that you want. Personal. It's hold on before you say anything. These are personal things that you want. It's not no nigga job to put you on no plane. His job is to make sure you are comfortable in home. His job ain't
but you said maintain.
That is maintaining.
Comfortable.
If we're comfortable in home, we are maintaining. Yes, we are. If we are comfortable in home, bills are paid, everything is taken care of, we are maintaining.
Okay, now see, here's the first thing.
It's not my job to put you on a plane. It ain't my job to take you shopping. These are personal
here's
things
the first thing. The first thing needs to be understood is the definition. Your definition and my definition are different. So when you enter into a relationship or covenant or whatever it is you have,
maintaining.
But you have to make that clear. You don't change the rule.
What is your definition of maintaining?
My definition of maintaining? I just gave it to you. I just gave it to you. Because here's my thing.
So were you doing all of these things pre-man?
Let me get her.
Yes.
Let us give her the floor.
Yes.
And all
going out of the country, buying designer bags, buying designer shoes, shopping, going on vacation. Yes, I was.
So you meet a guy, he comes into this fold. He's now able to keep up with the life. We're maintaining now.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
Again, before you get into this covenant, this relationship or whatever, you can't just go in the middle of the game and change the rules. Because maintaining to you and maintaining to me are two different things. You just said maintaining is paying the bills and being comfortable at home. But for me,
maintaining life.
I understand that. And I just said for you, it's different than it is for me.
But you're still maintaining life, is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter the lifestyle that I'm referring to, the next person referring to, or the next person. It's still maintaining life.
Okay.
So again, where the fuck are you trying to be led to? Where are you trying to go?
Yeah, because women always say that, man. They always
where are you trying to go?
But that's the thing. If you can't, so if you can't maintain my lifestyle, then you shouldn't even try. You should be you know what? We could be friends, but we're just gonna have to end this right here.
So y'all feel like it's a dude's job to maintain your lifestyle?
Our lifestyle.
No, I didn't say to maintain.
That's what you just said.
Yeah,
no,
you literally just said if he can't maintain our lifestyle,
you're right. But
we shouldn't be together.
Here's my thing. My thing is, you can't come into my life at this age and just think you're gonna be like you're gonna be playing video games and I'm out here working 3 jobs and going to school, because I literally work 3 jobs and I go to school. So what you're not going to do is drive my truck. You're not going to be out here perpetrating. You're not going to be out here acting like, oh, we doing this when I'm doing this, because too many times people get with somebody, male and female. You were doing good, and now this nigga's sleeping all day, smoking weed all day, driving the gas out of your vehicle. Now, if you cool with that, I'm not gonna knock your thing. That's not for me. But you also have to know, are you equally yoked when you get into something? Just like Mr. me, go ahead, baby.
Exactly. Thank you, Jay.
That's a bum that you described.
Yeah, that's what she described was a bum. Right? That wasn't a man. That was a bum what she described. We're not talking about bums. We're talking about qualified upscale men. Right?
They don't even have to be upscale, just to qualify.
Yeah, just to qualify, not even upscale, but a qualified male who got his thing together, got his job, got his own thing going. And when he meets a woman of like kindness with the same stuff, that's the one who don't want to listen. Why don't that type of woman want to listen? Basically, a woman of power. When I say a woman of power, a woman who got her own stuff. These are the ones that don't want to listen.
Not always.
So let me break it down, right?
Not
so,
always.
Oh yeah.
No.
Because y'all tend to think that y'all got it already. And if anybody comes lacking, or if anybody doesn't do what y'all want them to do, or how y'all want them to do it, then they're not the man, or they're not this, or they're not that. And yeah, that's how everything goes.
No, we're not all like that. Am I like that?
No, you're not like that.
We're not all like that. Now, am I opinionated? Oh, definitely, I'm opinionated. But I am not.
Even with that, being opinionated
as a good woman,
just being opinionated. Again, so we're just gonna keep this scenario going. You meet said guy. This guy is quote unquote, as you say, equally yoked as you are, as far as being able to maintain the things that you already have established. He has the same thing established. Mm-hmm. Not trying to be a smart ass. At what point do you think your fucking opinion matters?
It's going to always matter.
See, that's the problem. We just read it. That's the problem. So how can you say you're submissive and you want to give your opinion?
She can still have an opinion.
No, that's not the definition of submission.
No. She can still.
That is not the definition of a.
But listen,
we just read the definition of submissive.
He's not listening.
I'm listening.
Listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
The definition.
Listen, okay, definition. That's awesome. Bravo, definition. Listen, she can still have an opinion. She's gonna give me her opinion. We're gonna talk about it. At the end of the day, I'll make the decision, but she can still have her opinion, and I'm not going to dismiss her opinion. I'm going to listen to her opinion.
That doesn't mean we always agree.
Yeah.
But we talk it out.
Yeah, that's what a good partner. That's a good partnership. That's what a partnership is. So
I think y'all missing. I think y'all missing. Okay, I'm not saying it's in a direct form.
Submissiveness is not a partnership.
It's not a partnership. What I'm saying?
Yes. That's not a partnership.
It's not a direct form. Mike, let me say this very quick, Mike. When we talk about people in general that make statements of I need a good man, but not knowing what a good woman is according to society, right? So if you're looking for a good man, right, to this day, don't Miss Franklin, don't you challenge her? Don't you let her know what needs to be changed? Or don't you let her know sometimes of how you your thoughts on like if she's messing up or the motivator, the pusher,
that she can improve
like
on,
not scared to
or his expectations.
Not scared to be like that. Just go from the yes guy to the no guy. You're not afraid to do that, right?
No, but that's the thing that happens during the conversation. No. I don't walk in like I ain't trying to hear nothing you say. This is what's gonna happen, because that's just gonna mess up the rest of my day, my life at that point. I'm gonna listen. We're gonna have a conversation. A lot of women, these days don't want to have a conversation. They want to push dude around, but that's. And if the dude puts up with that, that's on him.
Nowadays, a good man is push arounds. That's a good man to most of these females.
I agree
You know
with
what I'm saying? That's a good man.
But the thing is,
they don't know how to be a good woman.
Wait, no. That's what I was getting ready to say. If you're not that dude to be pushed around, and you're in this relationship, you in the wrong relationship.
Right.
But that's who they consider the bad guy. That's challenging.
That's on them.
And I think we're talking about most women. I think he's talking about most women of today, right, Terry?
He's saying a general women.
I'm just breaking down.
We ain't talking about the old. We ain't talking about the old school woman. We ain't talking about the old school woman or your wife per se. You know, we talking about the new age.
We just talking about in general.
Right. That's what I meant. That's what I was saying.
See,
if she's coming in like she gonna push you around, that's the wrong relationship.
And I'll ask this question too. When you hear most women say they're a good woman, who the fuck is gauging that?
Right.
Other than their sales.
Most women today,
other than their sales, who is gauging them?
They're not.
They're gauging themselves.
Yeah.
They're gauging themselves, right.
Yeah.
So by them gauging this on them, like by them gauging this themselves to say, hey, I'm a good woman, blase skip. At what point do these same women get to look at a man and tell that nigga he ain't no good man?
Exactly.
But you have to, most women, sorry, baby.
I was just saying, we're agreeing. We're all saying the same thing.
Most women think that I'm a good woman because I know how to have good sex or I have a job. And I mean, you know, a job. So I mean, somebody working at Speedway might think this
or clean.
Yeah, she's telling the truth. Yeah,
but a lot of these young girls don't cook. They don't know how to cook from scratch. They don't know how to cook out of a bag. They don't know how to cook out of a box. They don't know how to sew. They don't know how to clean.
Do anybody know how to sew still? For real?
Facts.
I'm glad you brought up sewing. Like, when the last time you heard anyone say anything about fucking sewing, bro?
Chat. Let me read this comment right quick from King Jacob. He said, "No one is equally yoked when they first get into something or get involved with someone," which is correct. Therefore, are most women interested in the man or his money when they first meet? That's a valid question, right? Most people don't know the person. They are sleeping in the same bed. How can you submit to someone you barely know?
That's facts. That's facts.
That's facts. Let me break it down, right? Facts. I like how you use the line, the last line of your point. How can you submit to someone you barely know, right? As a woman, when you're trying to say I'm submissive, that's that you're supposed to be submissive, like the submissive type, before you even have that first date. You should already know what a submissive woman is before you even have that first sex, before you even had that first kid, before you even say that we are together, because that's where you messed up of doing things and trying to go into something. You feel what I'm saying? And trying to change your way and act like you this after the fact, knowing damn well you ain't ready for this. Most women is not ready for submissive or being submissive to a man because of authority.
Even with submissive, though, in their mind, submissive is the fact that they will cook a meal or they will clean the house or whatever basic everyday shit you do as an adult. In their mind, that is submissiveness. Like just doing everyday basic shit. Wash clothes. Oh, I wash clothes. You would do that whether I'm here or not. I would hope so.
I would hope.
Like I would hope you would be washing your clothes whether I'm in the home or not. I would hope you would clean home whether I'm in home or not. I was hoping you would cook and feed yourself whether I'm in home or not. So it ain't that you're doing these things for me to say, oh, I'm submissive to you. So basically what you're telling me is you didn't start cooking, cleaning, and washing until a nigga showed up.
Right.
That's okay. Well, and it shows.
Yeah.
It shows because he'll tell you I'm a neat freak. If you stand still too long, you're gonna get bleached in here. That's just me. I mean, I'm just saying because
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Miss Lisa. Yeah, it just swam away. Go ahead.
He's like,
when I be trying to talk, man, when I be trying to talk, it's dead. It'll come back. It'll come back.
But no, I mean,
I got it.
he got it.
I got it. I'm sorry. I got it. So let me know if I'm wrong for this, right?
You wrong.
I told my wife this a long time ago. What happened? I told my wife this a long time ago. I said, don't come in here acting like you feel I'm saying you're a good woman and all. I don't want to hear none of this good woman because you cook, clean, and wash clothes. Because if I wasn't here, you'd be still washing clothes, cooking, and cleaning. Right? All you did was just add me into the equation of an extra plate or an extra dish. Or you probably put a little extra fish in the skillet. All you did was add my laundry to the basket that goes to the same room that you wash in. Now,
added me to your
you can be like the one like, well, I'm not gonna wash your clothes. You feel what I'm saying? And I could be like, well, I could wash my own clothes. But then in between that, I'm like, well, ain't no sense of us dating. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Wow.
As a man, I also gotta look at it like, are you gonna change the tire? So tires and washing clothes. She'll wash clothes. I'll change the tire or pay somebody to do it. Okay, that's the man side. Are you gonna make sure the oil change? You gonna cook, right? Okay, yo cooking, my oil change. I do the oil change, you cooking. I'm taking out the trash, clean the house.
Okay, so we're going back to the 1950s roles, is what you're saying.
That's what it is. That's what I hear.
No, I'm doing manly things. Manly. Did you know that a man, they always say, well, a woman cooks in the house, a man go out, you know what I'm saying, and work, right? You heard that before,
I'm sorry,
right?
a woman does what? Cooks? I didn't
understand. The woman do the cooking. The woman do the cooking, the man go outside.
She just takes care of home,
work.
basically.
Okay, so why can't we do that together?
Hold on.
Well, take care of home.
Check this out, right? Do you know there's a higher?
Are you gonna take a bullet with me?
Hold on. Let me explain this right quick.
This nigga just said.
Did you know that there's a higher percentage? Hold on, Southside. Wait a minute. Did you know that there's a higher percentage of cooking meals on outside versus the inside of the home?
I did not.
Google
a higher percentage of men that cook outside the home than inside the home.
You mean as far as their profession?
Yeah, the part of their profession. You will see more male cooks on the outside. The logic behind all this, you supposed to do this and you supposed to do that. That's what's confusing the narrative of relationships. Because like you said,
I just got a question, bro. Since everybody want to be equal, we have to share equal responsibility within home. Correct? Is what you're asking.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm just saying, is that not what you're asking? For us to share the house responsibilities?
That's not what I said.
You didn't say that?
That's not what
I mean,
my thing is, why can't we share?
I literally just said that.
So it's wrong to share responsibilities?
That's not what I never said it was wrong. But I'm saying if we're going to share house responsibilities,
if we share responsibilities, then that means, we hear somebody come in, you want me to go check, and
you fucking right. We share, ain't we?
You got me fucked up.
But now we can't share.
You got me fucked up.
Now we can't share.
I'm a big girl, but
now all of a sudden sharing is a problem.
I'm never stronger than a man is.
I got a question.
And I don't fight men.
All of a sudden sharing is a problem.
Southside. I got a question. Is the woman that you talk? Is the woman working? The woman who asking that do we got to share? Is she working as well? Or is it just a housewife?
You asking me or her?
I'm asking, I guess, whoever. Like, is that woman a working woman who is sharing, who wants the household to be shared? I mean, the responsibilities of the household shared. Is she a working woman?
I would have to assume she's working because that's the only one who's going to really act. But outside of that, now that you bring that up, had a conversation with a young lady over the phone other day. What? I want to say Sunday? What day you called me, Terry? Was it Sunday you called me?
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. Had a conversation over the phone with a young lady Sunday. Mind you, this young lady says that she has been a housewife since 19. Nigga took care of 90% of the crib. Okay. I mean, he did everything. Even funded her bullshit that's Miss Lisa was talking about with the nails, shopping out. He funded all that bullshit.
Right.
Mind you, this woman said she was exhausted from doing these things.
Oh, hell. Oh.
Wait. Let me break it down right quick, Mike.
He said she got exhausted from doing house shit.
What? But she don't work?
Yes.
No, she wasn't working.
Listen, she
wasn't working.
Doing house she don't have a regular job.
But then at some point, she got a job because she felt like she wanted to.
I'm a little.
Go ahead. Let me break it down.
So she doesn't have a job, but she got exhausted doing housework, or she has a job and got exhausted. I'm confused.
She don't have a job, and she was getting tired of doing housework. Basically,
I'm gonna let Terry break it down because he's gonna try to give something different than what I was giving. But that's
some young girl stuff right there.
This is what happened. She was married for 20 years, and she was the submissive. The real submissive woman. When the man wanted sex, whenever he wanted sex, she'd give it to him. She made sure that the house was clean. When he said it was clean, or before he even got to the house, it was clean. She kept the house clean on demand. Mm-hmm. She made sure that he had breakfast in the morning, every morning, every evening, and every night. She made sure that the room was prepared for her husband.
So what's the issue?
That was exhausting to her.
No. She said it was exhausting because she didn't have a voice. Whatever the man says, she just said, okay. She don't have no, well, I don't think I should do this, or I don't think I should do that. I want to go out. I want to go chill with my friends. I want to go on a vacation. She didn't have that type of voice. Everything was, it was whatever the man says goes. Okay. And she did that for years until she decided, it was 3 years ago. Okay. She looked on Facebook. Didn't know nothing about social media, nothing like that. She's 41 now. So obviously she woke up at 38 years old. She was under this covenant for so long to the fact that social media changed her perception of how a woman should act and be treated. So now, hold on. Well, now she wants to go hang out with friends. She wants freedom. She feeling herself because she have a voice now. You feel what I'm saying? She have an attitude now. And then she said this. She's the breadwinner. She likes the fact that she's able now to be in control. She likes that now.
But she's not in control of nothing because, mind you, he still pays everything in home.
She pays all the bills.
The only thing she has control of is being able to do the necessary things for herself as an adult.
Okay, but here's my thing. This is me. And again, I'm an older woman. You cannot base who you are as a person on this social media mess.
She just did.
And what society says, because they'll get you effed up every time. You have to know. And if you don't know who you are, baby, you need to spend some time by yourself and figure out who you are. Because my thing is, you watching social media, that ghetto ratchet shit is not cute. Going outside in pajamas is not cute. In a bonnet, that's ghetto. But if you pay attention,
it depends on. Sometimes it's sexy though. Sometimes it's sexy.
It's
You
not.
know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's sexy.
What the fuck? What's sexy, nigga? A bonnet?
Thank you.
Nothing about
A bonnet?
Nothing
I'll
about
reach to this camera and punch you right now, and then you gonna say a bonnet? Man, what? You tweaking? You tweaking?
I'm just
And
saying.
I love a ratchet. I love a ratchet chick, but
You
nigga, that
can't
bonnet
go
shit.
according.
Fuck no.
You just can't do that, and you got to pick and choose your friends carefully because they'll lead you astray. They have you out here fighting in the street, getting your weave pulled out, getting your fingernails tore off, looking a plumb fool, posting it, filming, and it's supposed to be your friend, but they got you all. I'm getting everything. Come on now.
But see, that was the point I was making when y'all say, "Where are you leading me to?" He was leading her down a good path because you were well kept. That wasn't good enough.
But there's nothing like having your own money. So if you do decide, so what let me ask you this. So what if I decide, okay, you know, I'm a housewife and I'm doing all of these things, and I decide I want to surprise you and take you to Aruba. I'm gonna need a job for that, because if I'm asking you for this payment every month, you're going the same exact payment every month. So you're gonna get a little suspicious, right?
It depends on how you go about it.
Yeah, how it's broken down or how it's treated. But I'm
It's always how you go about things. Because it's a way you can it's a way you can finagle that money without him really questioning where it's going. It's all about how you do things.
If it's a high enough payment, it's not. No, I mean, I don't know if you've been to Aruba, but baby, it's not cheap.
It ain't expensive either.
Depends on your perception.
It's not expensive either. We just going to Aruba.
It depends on your.
Okay. See, this is where shit get iffy, because now
they're trying to.
It's not cheap, but it's not expensive either. You see what I'm saying?
They're trying to what?
Like a trip to Aruba is just a trip to Aruba, but when you start trying to throw in all the extra whoop de whams and whoop woo woo, the unnecessary shit, that's when it becomes expensive.
No, not necessarily. No. Have you been to Aruba?
Yes.
Okay. Where'd you stay? Right. Oh, it also depends on where you stay.
This is where it comes. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, for example, I'm 55. I'm not trying to stay in a family-friendly resort where at 7 o'clock in the morning I hear kids running up and down the hall screaming. So that does make a difference as well, baby. You gotta keep that in mind. That makes a big difference.
This is what I'm saying. This is where niggas get picky. This is the point I'm making. This is the point. You just proved my point. Niggas is too picky sometimes.
It's not called picky. It's called standards.
It's picky.
It's standards.
Well, hold on.
A nice hotel is a nice hotel. How is that a bad standard because you stay at a nice hotel? Just because kids are there.
Because I don't want to hear somebody's kids run around and something.
Okay, that's being picky.
It's called standards.
No, a standard is the difference between a good trashy hotel and a 5-star hotel. That's standard. You hearing a kid yell or scream is being picky.
No.
That's not a standard.
No.
Yes.
No.
A standard is literally the difference between a 2-star and a 5-star. That's standard. You just don't want to hear a kid that's picky.
I had a question.
Uh-huh.
Both of y'all, what kind of sneakers you got on right now?
Some basic Nikes.
Okay. Terry?
Some Pumas.
Okay.
My God.
We're going to come in, take both of your sneakers, and give you some Kirklands from Costco.
Okay.
You good with that?
Okay.
Yeah, nigga, I'm stylish, nigga. I'm fresh in anything.
Exactly. Right there. You ain't gonna wear no Kirklands.
Who?
You, because you're stylish.
I'm stylish in anything I put on. I don't give a fuck if it's Kirklands or not. Nigga, I'm gonna make that shit look good because I'm me.
Sneakers that you would buy at Costco.
You gonna wear some TV sneakers?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I make shit look good when I put it on me.
But I'm not.
I don't care what it is, nigga. If I gotta wear it, I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna have that shit looking great.
He lying.
You a lie, nigga.
I know. I'm not even looking in that corner right now.
If I have to,
He said,
if I have to,
would you willingly go to Kirkland's I mean, would you willingly go to
Costco.
Sam's Club to buy some Kirkland?
Yeah.
You got options. He ain't talking about if you have to, my guy. He's talking about would you willingly go to Sam's Club right now and go buy some Kirkland?
Depends on what they look like.
Okay.
Hell nah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not buying that.
Terry.
I don't believe that neither.
I'm not buying it. Not no Southside.
You is a stylish
Right.
guy.
Exactly.
I don't believe that.
But he ain't styling the nose. No, he ain't styling the nose.
Y'all styling
I don't
anything,
believe-
nigga.
I don't believe Southside.
I'll make
the
clothes, nigga. The clothes
I don't
don't
believe
make me.
Southside gonna walk up in Sam's Club.
No shit. No
and be like,
bound.
"Oh, man,
I'll make
Go
the
buy
clothes,
them.
nigga. The clothes don't make me. I make that shit look good.
Okay, go buy them though. Go to Sam's Club.
Right,
buy shoes,
right.
pick it up.
Go pick you up some Dollar General
If
kicks.
I see a pair that catch my eye, I will cop them.
Man,
You gonna wear some
all
Dollar
of them.
General
Anything.
kicks.
But they
Hold
gotta
on,
catch
hold on,
my
hold
eye.
on,
But they
hold on.
gotta
No,
catch
no,
my
no.
eye
What
though.
you should have said, what he should have asked you is, would you go to buy the gas station shoes?
There you
Would
go.
you buy the gas station shoes?
Fuck no, that's Mexican shit.
That's
right
called
there,
that's
right
called
there.
standards,
Right
homie.
there, standard.
That's
That's what
just
you
cheap.
should have said.
That's just
No,
a
that's-
cheap raggedy
no.
shoe. That shit gonna be tore up before I even make it to the car.
Exactly.
That's
Stand.
Now,
that's what he's talking about.
your tore up sneakers is the same as a family friendly resort in Aruba. We don't want
Yeah.
that shit.
Hell nah, that ain't the same, bro.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it
It's not the
is.
same, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That's not the same, bro. That's not the same.
Show me how it's different.
A hotel ain't fucking up by the time you get there. Like I can literally go
Have
buy
you
some
been
gas
to a
station.
fucking
I can
hotel?
literally
I have.
I
go
ain't
buy some shoes out the gas station. Them shits will tear up literally
Have
before
you
you
been
get to
to
the
a
car.
hotel
But if you
that's
go to a
Hey,
two-star,
bro,
with
if you
ants?
go to a two-star hotel, bro, they might got roaches. They might.
But
got
okay, that's what I'm
moles.
saying. But we're not
Bed
talking about
bugs.
we're not talking about a 2-star hotel. We're just talking about a family resort.
I thought
That
you
doesn't
talking
mean
about
it's
sleep.
2-star.
But you do got some bad.
But that doesn't
standards
mean
on
it's
them, though.
2-star.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that it's not fucked up neither.
Right.
Exactly.
You wearing some
We on-
Dollar
we on
General
topic.
sneakers,
Let's get back to
they
the
might
topic.
last till you get home. Does that make them all right for you?
Nah, they not holding up. Nah.
No, I mean, if you can get from the gas station to the house, you good with that?
Hell no, that defeats the purpose of buying the
Exactly.
shoes.
Exactly. Same
That
deal.
really
like
defeats
that.
the purpose of buying the shoes.
Exactly. And if you on vacation,
I'm not in the. If I'm on vacation, I don't give a fuck. I'm not in the hotel. I don't give a fuck about the hotel other than it's nice. I'm not even in that motherfucker to listen to the kids. I'm on the beach. Fuck
Where
the
you
kids.
sleeping?
Wait, where you sleeping?
You sleeping
I'm
on
on
the beach
vacation. I'm not sleeping.
at all?
Oh, you gotta go to sleep at some
You-
point, my guy.
you- you're
Nigga,
sleeping.
I'm drunk. I'm drinking and fucking. I'm on vacation. This is what I'm here for. I'm not
Okay,
here to
but if
sleep.
you-
With no rest.
I'm
you
not
gotta-
here to sleep. I will sleep when I get home.
So you up like we go for a week.
Nigga,
you up
I'm
seven
up.
days, that's straight week.
I'm up.
I'm finna
I'm
pause,
up.
y'all. Let's go back to the topic.
Exactly.
I like the hotel talk. Let's go back to the topic. Right?
And Keisha's right. A hotel
Miss
with
Lisa.
the wrong vibe can ruin the whole vacation. Yeah, you're right, Keisha.
Right. Now, my question is this to Melissa, Miss Lisa, right? How can a man support a dominant woman or protect a dominant woman?
Someone look at my comment on YouTube.
He said, Wayne said, look at his comment on YouTube.
Which comment? I mean, on what video?
He said,
here's
the deal. Lisa and I share everything around the house. I cook, I clean, etc. But if someone is trying to break in, my instinct kicks in and I'm going to protect her. So let me break this down, right? Again, back to my question. How can a man protect and support a dominant woman?
Yeah.
Basically,
But here's the thing.
Off instinct is what he's saying. Your instinct should take over to do that. Which most
Because
likely,
I'm not trying to fight a man.
In most
I'm
scenarios,
not trying to get in
a
between
man
two men
instinct will
fighting.
kick in.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all talking over each other. Go ahead, go ahead, Miss Lisa.
I'm not trying to fight a man, and I'm not trying to push him out the way to go see what's going on. I know my role. This, and he'll tell you, I say this frequently. And any woman who knows me knows I am not woman to hear me roar. I am woman to hear me yell. I know my place.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. I know my place, and I do have a submissive side, but I'm also dominant depending on the situation. Because the thing is that I can't protect me and him. He's the man. And even though I'm a big girl, he's always going to be stronger than me. And I let him be the man. And again, in today's society and these young girls, they want to be the man and the woman in a relationship.
So why they can't take a bullet?
Yep.
Oh, you gotta ask them, baby, because I'm not trying to take a bullet for nobody.
That's the point. That's the whole point I'm making. What you just said. You want to be the man with me. So since you want to be the man with me, when them niggas kick that door in, I'm gonna roll over and act like I didn't hear that shit. And I'm gonna let you go downstairs and be a man.
Then that says something about you.
No, it doesn't. It tells about the nigga that want to be a man with me.
But okay, so
you wait.
Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, come back, sir. Come back.
Like that says about the person that want to be a man with me. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be a quote unquote man in this relationship, or when you want me to be a man in this quote unquote relationship.
I don't think that's
if I'm the man, then let me do that all the way around. Let me do that. Don't pick and choose when you want me to be a man in the relationship.
So what you mean?
Because now my assholeness is gonna kick in.
Your what?
My assholeness.
But that seems like all the time with you. So what's the difference?
Like I'm gonna start being an asshole in the situation. So like I said,
why?
When that door swing, I'm gonna roll over and act like I didn't hear that motherfucker. And I'm gonna just to prove the point of letting you know you not the fucking man here. I like to prove points.
Hey, Southside, let me ask you a question, man. So what's the role of the woman? In your perspective, what is the role of the woman? Good question, all right. Good question. Yeah, I put him on the spot.
No, just let me check something real quick.
Yeah, I put him on the spot.
Let me check something real quick.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Let me check the trap real quick.
Yeah, I want to, because I'm listening to him, and Southside, you my guy. But I'm listening to you, bro, and I'm like, oh no, bro.
No, because I say that because, like I said, bro,
I need to know what
you have a lot of combative women, bro. And what I mean combative, when I say combative, it can be the simplest things. Like, hey, I seen some shit popping off outside. I think we might need to woo. You want to go outside and be fucking nosy. But instead of you taking heed to me telling you, hey man, it's going down outside, woo, you want to go be fucking nosy. Now you want to literally argue with me about being fucking nosy because I'm trying to protect, which is why I gave heed to like what's going down outside.
First off, if something going down outside, we outside, I'm booking it in the door before you have a chance to say anything.
But that's you. But I'm saying that's you though.
But a lot of women are like that. But again,
no, not in this generation. They not.
You cut me off before I had a chance to finish saying that. And a lot of times, go ahead.
No, go. I'm allowing you to speak. I'm
sorry. Okay.
And
a lot of these little girls today, that's how they are, but that's because they learned it from their mother, or they learned it from their little hood friend, or they learned it from, because I'm a grandma, okay, and you got grandmas younger than me. Well, if how are you going to impart wisdom and you still young yourself? Right, and again, they don't teach home ec anymore. Y'all don't know what that is. He know what it is. Sewing. They don't teach a lot of the things that we learned in our age group.
I took home ec.
Okay, well, look at you.
I give you that.
I took home ec.
But hush mouth grace is hard. And as someone who talks a lot, and as a writer, to just be, and you got two of these and one of these for a reason. And in today's society, and all this, whatever the heck that means, people want to be seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's where the problem comes in, because nobody wants to shut up. Everybody got a point to prove. Everybody wants to talk over each other, and nobody fist fights anymore. I'm a fighter to my heart, but when a gun come out, I tell you what, you right.
I want to say this, right? So let's get to the comments. Lakeisha, she stopped by. Appreciate you. She said, just because a woman is dominant doesn't mean she wants to be a man. I'm gonna get back to that question. She also said you start being an asshole because of your ego, which you should check in anyways when dealing with your woman. Now, this is my take on dominant women and dominant females. Dominant men do come with an ego. I'm not one of them dominant so-called men. Now, SouthSide can fit the criteria of a dominant man.
Yes.
Why?
Right?
Now, hold on. Why do I fit that criteria?
Southside a rock.
I'm gonna tell you.
Why?
He's a rock
because I don't be with bullshit.
No. I'm gonna tell you, right? So, as a dominant man, they come off as it's already set. It's already set in stone of when I speak, you are there to listen, and then while I'm speaking, and you're trying to give some type of opinion, then I'm over here overstepping whatever. I'm not really listening to your opinion because I'm already set in stone. That's a dominant man. It's my way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hear it regardless of what I'm saying, but it is still my way. That's a dominant man.
That's control.
That's control, bro. That's
not dominance. That's just control.
That's a master of slave.
Control, dominant, however y'all want to say it.
No, but that doesn't mean like that. Don't necessarily mean dominant, bro. Like what you just said was literally a nigga that's controlling shit.
Yeah.
But you can still come off as controlling the way that you speak, the way that you handle a conversation, the way you handle a person, the way you elaborate, the way you discuss, the way you communicate. You can still show controlness. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of scenarios. Now, when it comes down to a dominant woman, in a sense, they come off as they want a voice as a dominant woman. Now, I understand like they saying that they don't want to be a man, but the way that most of these females come off, you might well say we toe to toe because of how you communicate, how you're coming at me, how you're standing 10 toes down on your business. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying all women. I don't know how y'all communicate, so I'm not speaking direct as if I know y'all relationship. I'm just speaking on experience. You feel what I'm saying? And what I see out in the world.
Hey,
and when I see dominant, huh?
What age demographics are you talking about right now?
Man, 50, 40, 30s, 60s, it don't matter.
So you saying 60 and 50-year-old women are like what you saying right now?
So yeah, especially for
I would to give and take on what he's saying. You have some that are adopting the social media culture and ideology, and they are becoming like that because they are like in their older state and they're single, so they're by themselves and they're locked in on social media. So now they are developing this ideology of what social media is pretty much preaching or relaying out to the world.
Yeah, you're talking about the single older. You're talking about the older women that are single.
Most women that are in that age bracket that are probably married or dealing with a long-term partner or something, they probably don't have that ideology because they've had the time to like go back and forth and practice with their mate or whatever the case may be for them to develop whatever good relationship that they may have. But to his defense of what he's saying, like I'm saying, you take those older women that are by themselves and they are locked in on social media because they do exist. Mm-hmm. They are locked in on social media and they are taking this ideology in to say, and they're standing on what they're standing on based on what they have been through in said previous 25 to 30 years prior to what they might have experienced to where they're at now. So they might have had some failed marriage in there somewhere, a few failed relationships, which is why they are, at that age and by themselves. Not saying it may not be their fault because it could go either way. It could be the man's fault. It could be her fault. Hell, it could be the kid's fault. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But either way, they by themselves at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
also in marriage. So I see a lot of marriages like this, especially from where I come, especially in the hood life, right? So if they is together for 5 years or more, in the hood life relationships, and I don't care if they dating or married. This is how it typically go. The man done already cheated, but they decided to stay, right? The man done beat her up, and they decide to stay. Now, all of a sudden, you feel what I'm saying? She know that the nigga ain't going nowhere, so now she's talking to this nigga crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Because she know he's not going nowhere. He don't feel short. He ain't got no money no more. He ain't that dude anymore. But she decided to stick with this man. She might be doing something on the side, but she talking to this man crazy. Shut up. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. I'm tired of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? But they do this all year, every day. That's their life. For the next 20 years, they not leaving, but that's what they do every day.
Yeah, that's a toxic relationship, bro.
But I'm just letting you know what I see this all the time. This happens a lot.
But the key word you said though, Tay, you said hood people.
No.
That sound like a hood relationship, bro.
Exactly.
That's what I grew up with. You feel? I grew up with it, and I grew up around it. Now, when I come around like a different type of surroundings, you know what I'm saying? Like class, like my mom, my grandmother, and my grandpa, they didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? They grew up in the churches. You know what I'm saying? Like they was real. They was the real definition of, I wouldn't say submissive, because mom had a voice. But when it come down to like, if a kid was to come to her and try to get a yes after dad say no, she gonna say, well, what did dad say? No. You know what I'm saying? What did dad say? Because I don't come to me after when you ask dad, but if you come to me before coming to dad, I'm gonna send you to dad. You know what I'm saying?
So Miss Lisa and Franklin was crazy as hell just then. That collective no was like, no.
That's an L waiting to happen right there.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Hey, bro, that unison was damn near like it was cramping, but it's like, no.
Don't do that.
But that's what's missing though, in a dominant form of a woman and a male today. And I'm gonna break it down, right? So when a woman feel like, and I'm gonna say, when a woman, not all women, but when a woman in a dominant form, you feel what I'm saying? A kid might be like, man, I want some Pop-Tarts. And the dad be like, well, you don't need none right now. The woman be like, well, I think he could get some now. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know why you're not giving it to him. He can get, and now you just showed that man, that little kid, what he don't need to be in days time.
In defense
because you want to be dominant right here.
So in defense to your argument,
yes.
So in your argument of what you're talking about in today's society, 9 times out of 10, that kid don't belong to that man, which is why that's why you are getting that, because that kid don't belong to him. Right. I can guarantee you in most instances, if that's his actual blood kid, that shit ain't gonna fly. Yeah.
Nope.
But the fact that
there's so many broken families in the black
community. The fact that it ain't his kid, that woman is already looking at that like, my kid comes before you.
Right.
But there are,
that's a major problem in relationships nowadays too. The kid comes first in relationships. So
that's where that pool comes in of like, when he be like, nah, bro, you done had 3 snacks, you good, and she come right behind him like, nigga, my baby can get what he want, and
the kid got more power.
The nigga stuck looking stupid in the house, like,
right.
But a lot of women do that, and the actual father is in the home too. Right. So it's not like it's just single mothers, or it's not the right, it's not the biological.
That situation drastically more with the single mother dating a dude versus it's being his.
Right. I agree with SouthSide. I agree with SouthSide on that one.
I'm gonna give you a scenario, right? There's a family that I know. There's the dad is there, and the mom is there, and the dad is there, and the kid is there. But how it's represented is that man know that if he leaves, he's gonna be on child support. If he leaves, then he's not gonna be able to see his kid. If he leaves, he's gonna have to fight for visitation, or she's gonna ruin this, or she's gonna ruin that if he leaves, right? So in most cases, the man will put himself in a position to just take everything that comes with it, even the disrespect. He can't even be a man no more because she knows that she got him by the balls.
Yeah.
And it happens in a lot of these relationships.
That's usually what
they
Ashley
hanging over.
Yeah, that's usually what Ashley surfaces.
Who's
that? Ashley, that side chick. That's usually when she pops.
Oh,
yeah.
I got real lost.
That's usually when Ashley show up. Cause like now, nigga, I can't get no respect in my own. God damn it, Ashley respects me over here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
I'll be at Ashley's home.
Yeah.
And another thing is, don't lose a job. Don't lose a job as a man in a black family. Facts. Don't lose a job, especially. And I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to your statement, Miss Lisa. When you said, when we were speaking about protection, right? How do a man support or protect a dominant woman, right? And you spoke about materialistic things, right? So if I, and I'm not saying this is who you are, I'm not speaking directly, I'm just speaking in general. If I date a woman that's not really worried about, like, she want a house, she want a car, but what's important to her is her nails, her hair, vacation, doing things when she wants to, right? I lose my job. I lose my job.
Okay.
All that I'm not him no more. I'm not him no more. Now she still want to be with me. You feel what I'm saying? But she giving me the disrespect now. You feel what I'm saying? She got a side dude on the side. You feel what I'm saying? Like she dipping and dabbing now because I done lost my job in the black community. In the black, this happens all the time. And I hope so. I can't wait till
that happened in the white community, nigga. Let that white man lose his job. Nigga, you think Susie ain't finna go holler at Frank? But you listen, that's a human thing. That ain't no black what nigga. That is human shit across the board. Nigga, let Henry lose his job, boy. Frank gonna be over there while Henry out looking, putting in application. Frank over there knocking the lining out of Barber, nigga. and Frank gonna leave a little money on the table when he dip. Here you go. Think Frank ain't over here. Think Frank ain't over here. And nigga, and Frank stay 3 houses down, nigga.
Right.
He ain't even cross town. Frank stay 3 houses down. That nigga probably at the barbecue with goddamn Henry on Saturday, nigga. In the back share, he gonna bring the beer. He gonna bring the beer. Hey, what you drinking on here? I got you. Knowing damn well he knocking a line in all the barber, bro, every Wednesday.
But let's get back to these comments because we're not close to being done. But shout out to now Nisi. Nisi is in here. She said, I agree with that. Parents need to be on the same page with kids.
Yes.
Same page with kids. The parents need to be on the same page.
Yes.
Now, how to break that down?
Gotta be a unit.
Stop
as
dangling.
it pertains to raising the kids.
Yeah, they gotta be a unit. Yeah, it gotta be a unit when raising the kids, bro. The kids gotta see that y'all are a unit too. They have to see that shit.
Right.
I don't like the first sentence. You feel me? I don't like that. I don't like when SouthSide is correct. So you ain't gotta tag SouthSide. Don't tag SouthSide when he's right. Okay? The chat don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Nobody want to see SouthSide. He's supposed to be the bad guy.
I'm in the hood, nigga. I'm in the hood. I'm a nigga in the hood, nigga. I see this shit.
Yeah, you big.
You're right.
She said, yes, Southside is right. That's 80% most time in a situation. Most couples don't discuss how the parent with kids when they start a relationship, and that's
true.
Facts.
That's true.
That is facts, especially in the black community. I'm gonna always talk about.
I mean, but with that, a lot of the time that discussion ain't had because the mama already got it made up in her fucking mind that this nigga ain't finna say nothing to my kid anyway.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Most of them already got it made up in their mind, like, nigga, you don't say nothing to my child. Yeah. That's not your child. You don't say nothing. But the flip side of that woman is still looking for you to look out for that child.
Right.
So it's like, how can you expect me to really look out for it when I can't look out for it?
Right.
Part of me looking out for it is correcting. Part of me looking out for it is correcting him.
Ain't no such thing as halfway parenting.
Right. Like part of my looking out is correcting him when I see him doing wrong or I see her doing wrong. Part of me looking out is to be able to correct that.
But I think that's the number one reason why I feel like black women, that there's a higher percentage of black women that are single because of that fact right there. Because of the fact that they put the kid first. The kid has more power in the relationship than the man do. So how can me as a man, as a protector, as a provider, as anything, come into a situation where the kid got more power than me? I ain't finna go down. You want me to protect that kid. You want me to take care of that kid. You want me to do all of these things, right? Except for raise that kid and rear that kid and correct that kid. You know what I mean? Because you don't trust my decisions or you don't trust my whatever the case may be, but you got with me though. See, it's a lot of different weird stuff that women be thinking, and I be like, man,
it's not that they don't. It's not that they don't trust you. It's just they don't want to feel like they're giving up control. It's not that they don't. Clearly she trusts you enough because y'all in home together.
Right.
Y'all are living together. Y'all are living life together. So clearly she has some form of trust for you. Nigga, 9 out of 10, she probably listen to your ass. When you tell her to do shit or not to do shit, she will listen to you. So clearly she has some form of trust for you. She just, that's the only thing in her life she can truly control.
Right.
I can control this.
Yeah.
Once she give that up to you, what else do she got to control? The control factor is now gone. The control factor is now gone out the window, other than her being able to somewhat control herself. But things in her life, that's the one thing that her hand and stamp is on, and can't nobody remove it unless she wants to be removed. She don't want to render control, bro.
Yeah, so that means they just go forever be single then.
This is why I say what I say. When that fucking door get kicked, I'm gonna roll over and act like I didn't fucking hear it.
Well, this is what I got. This is what I want to say, right? Now I told this is what I told my wife this a long time ago. I said, look, you put that kid before me, you're gonna end up single and you're gonna end up alone. Because
but you know what? The Bible does say that the husband comes first before the children.
We know this.
Right. Let me break this down.
The new age women don't know that.
Let me know if I'm wrong in this.
Okay.
Let me know if I'm wrong in this.
Right.
Hold on. Let me know if I was wrong of saying this. This is what I said.
No, you're not wrong, Terry. I can already know what you're about to say. You ain't wrong.
Right. Listen, if you put that kid before me, you'll end up single and lonely. That kid gonna one day move out and have a family, and you have nobody by putting that kid before me.
Yep.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Are there exceptions to the rule? For example, if maybe the baby is special needs, or a situation like that.
That's different. No, that's different. No, we just talking about regular. We talking about regular normal kids.
Okay.
Talking about special needs.
That's fair.
Regular normal kids.
I mean, even if the child is special needs, it still don't come before me, because nigga, I'm here with you, so that I know that now that I know you have a special need child, I'm just going to involve myself in the care of that child with you.
Right.
He still don't come before me though.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
I just now have to incorporate my life and center my life around how this child needs things, because I know it's a special need child. So now I have to structure my life in that form to go along with said child.
That's fair.
Well, I want to ask Miss Lisa and Nisi, and if Nikisha is still in, I want to ask y'all three this question, right? And this came from a woman, and I want to get y'all's point of view on this statement right here. It's two of them, so I'm gonna go one and I'm gonna go two, but I'm gonna allow y'all to answer both. This is what she said. She said, men still don't get it. Shaking my head. That's fine. Men are getting everything they need and want from each other. Women are self-sufficient and always will be. We good. What does that mean by a woman saying that?
To give context of what he's saying, that comment.
Single for the rest of her life?
No. So I have to give you guys context so y'all understand where that came from. That came off a post that we put in when we were talking 2 weeks ago, and we asked the question of what is it that men are actually protecting. So we asked that question. She's actually commenting off the clip that she's seen. So she didn't even get to see the exact full clip. She got a smidgen of the clip. So by her getting a smidgen of the clip, all she got was the question of us asking, what are men protecting? That's where that comment comes from. So you guys have clarity of what it is he's saying.
Okay, that makes better sense to me. Sort of.
So yeah, I want to hear from your, like, what, as a woman though, or as a man, from Mr. Franklin yourself, what, that's a woman speaking to a man. That's a woman speaking to a man. What do that mean?
That was my question when she said men are getting what they need from each other. You lost me. She lost me
because
right.
the fact that she didn't like the fact that we even asked the question of what is it that we are protecting exactly. So by us asking that question, in her mind, she registered it as like, oh, y'all don't know, y'all have to protect women. That's how she registered. So for her, she's feeling like we are. It's like she's feeling like now it's some man shit. Like, oh, y'all are just buddy. But like I said, she only got a smidgen of the clip, so she didn't even get the back end of what got said after that question got asked.
Okay. Well, let me say a part two. This a part two. It says if you are not aware, and she's speaking to a man. Okay. Now we all agree that all women is not the same, correct?
Yes.
You cannot protect all women the same way, correct?
Correct.
You cannot provide for the same woman the same way, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So part two is, if you are not aware of your role of a protector, then that means you require protection. That means you require protection because you lack strength and knowledge to protect. Because we don't know our role.
I didn't even see that part of the comment. That's
I don't understand where she's going. I don't understand the
she's saying that if we don't know, like if I date you and I don't know my role of your protecting her, like you in a sense, like I don't know how to protect you, then I lack strength and knowledge in that role.
No, you just lack the information. You lack knowing what it is she wants. If it's a certain thing that's not instinct. If she's saying,
good Lord,
going with what you just said, it's like that's like you said, it's instinct. I know how to protect her, but how that's not a lack of, what did you say she said? A lack of what?
Lack of strength and knowledge.
That's not a lack.
I don't have knowledge to protect you because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I thought it was instinctual that y'all protect us, because, for example, like, he's nonviolent. I'm the violent one in the relationship. I will cuss your ass out and square up. But at the same time, I'll also know when to fall back. And then he steps into that protector role. And that's the whole thing about it. I'm not going to be rah and getting in some man's face and doing all of that. I can't allow you to slide. Hold on, wait a minute. I want to enter. I can't let you slide with that. Hold on, wait a minute. I bag it up. No. So you telling me that you're gonna start a whole ride? I'm chilling. I'm good. But you're gonna start a whole ride, and you want me to protect the ride? And
no, that's the thing.
That's not what she was saying. That's not what she was saying.
That's not what she was saying. That's her personality. That she is that person. She don't go out and start it.
No.
But
okay, I want to get in that relationship, she's more of the fighter versus him. He was more non-violent. But when need be,
she ain't gonna go out and like
she's gonna go out and start it. But when need be, he's gonna come in and protect her. He knows how to protect her instinctually, and she knows instinctually how to fall back. That's what she was saying.
Exactly. Yes. Just like we were at the store a few months ago, and this woman, it was with he still has kids at home, and we were in the store. This lady almost hit one of the babies with the cart. So I'm going to be in Mama Bear mode. I know you just saw these babies. So I'm ready to rah. He never saw what happened. But if it was a dude, I'd have said something to him and not just be all up in some man's face. No. That I don't rock like that. But because I am a mother and a grandmother, my instinct is going to be to protect the babies. Now, granted, they're 16, 18 and 20, but still, my own children are 35 and 26, and I'm still going to want to protect them if we're out because I'm a mother. But no, I'm not going we're having a good day and we all booed up and everything, and now I'm just gonna be all
no.
I had to try it. But for entertainment purposes, for the internet, David, I had to try it.
I mean, but even with that though, I would literally entertain the same question in a sense. So if a dude has that type of woman to where she don't really know how to govern herself in certain situations, and she's popping off at the lip, whether it's men when she's just flying off the lip, like she's going. Now she done got some niggas aggravated, agitated. They ready to do whatever the fuck they do. My man over here, he been cooling the whole time. He really don't. Right. He cooling. He in cool mode. It's, you know what I mean? Is he still responsible to protect her in that situation?
He might need to reevaluate that situation, bro.
I mean, like, there are women like that.
That's what I'm saying. So is he responsible to put his life on the line for someone that can't govern themselves?
SouthSide, I'm gonna give you another example, bro. I'm gonna give you that same example. I'm gonna flip it, right? Because this actually happened. Let's say you go to the club. Remember when we used to go to the club, right? And you used to go to the club with your homeboys, but your homeboys, right? But as a guy, there was a saying that if we all ride together, then we go fight together and yada yada yada. But you got one dude in the crew that ain't your homeboy, but you roll with him. But he a little bit of a hothead. He a little bit of a hot shot, right? Go to the club. This dude start to fight. Would you jump in and help him? He rolled with you. Would you jump in?
But he not my homeboy.
He with your homeboy. He roll with y'all.
He not my home. He not my homeboy.
He not your homeboy specifically, but he your homeboy's homeboy. We all roll together.
Well, whatever nigga came with him or whatever nigga he with gotta handle that. I'm not getting in that. You not my nigga.
Even that's your homeboy's homeboy. Y'all all roll together. That's what I'm saying.
You not my nigga, bro.
Let's say it's all y'all.
You not my nigga. So cause nigga, we could like it could be friends that you got, nigga, that I may not like, but you bring them around because they your people. I show respect because they your people and you my people. So I have some respect for the nigga, but I may not like this nigga. So if he pop off on some shit, nigga, and you decide to jump with your nigga, that's between you and that nigga. I'm not getting in that shit because that's not my partner. But now if you pop off on some shit, you my partner, I'm rolling with you because you my dog.
Right.
I don't even know this nigga for real. I only know this nigga on the behalf of you.
Right.
So if this nigga can't govern himself, 9 times out of 10, when the situation is over, I'm gonna be ready to fight this nigga.
Right.
Because nigga, I'm gonna be like, nigga, I'm tired of you putting us in situations where we gotta do this dumb shit, nigga. So now I feel like as crew members, we need to beat this nigga ass.
So if you flip it, right? You flip that. If you with a girl that that's like that, wouldn't it be time for you to be like, it's time for me to go?
No, don't get me wrong. If I don't know she like that at first, you pop some shit out the first time, and I don't really realize what really transpired, but you didn't pop some shit out. You with me? I'm gonna probably step in and be like, hey man, look, I'm gonna try to diffuse the situation as much as I can. But now if this shit become a repeat pattern, every time we out somewhere, some shit popping off around your ass.
Right.
Now I'm gonna start to recognize that your ass the fucking problem.
Right.
Like
I
you couldn't be around me no more.
But I feel like you will know before that even happens because you know the type of person that you're dealing with. Because that's the part of whole dating is about. When you're dating someone, you're getting to know that person, and so you know a hothead when you see him. It don't take a long time for you to know a hothead. It don't take a long time. It don't take a long time. It don't take a long time for you to know a ratchet chick.
But what I'm saying, some people can be a hothead, but not be a hothead in crowd. She could just must be a hothead with me. You see what I'm saying? She may not do this. She may not do this shit out in public. She might just be head with me because you see what I'm saying? Some chicks are like that. So I might not know what your shit is in a group setting until we're physically in a group setting. You see what I'm saying? Like we're actually out, and it's a mass of people. You see what I'm saying? Now I can gauge you out in that type of setting to be like, let's see how see how this shit go. Like I say, the first time, cool, nigga step in, try to diffuse. Hey man, you tripping? Blase skip, like you need to calm the fuck down, whatever. We do it again. Second time, I'm probably gonna cuss you the fuck out. Like, hey, you
do it the second time?
Yeah, like I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out.
As soon as I diffuse it and it's settled down, I'm going off right then. Well, don't be doing that.
I'm with you, sir. I'm with you. I'm with you.
He said he ain't wasting no time.
And
But
I mean,
look,
you know, that's fair. My patience is a little different. Like I might give you that second time to be like, just to see. You could have had a bad fucking day. Who knows? This shit do exist. I had bad days to where niggas around. Like I done had bad days to where niggas around me, and that nigga, you might have just said some shit that I didn't want to hear that time, nigga, because I done had a fucked up day. I done spazzed the fuck out. It ain't had shit to do with you, nigga.
Then you should stay home.
I give and take on human error. Because we all are human. People do make mistakes occasionally. So I will give and take on human error. But nigga, you will see the pattern too. Like I said, like, so I can't just write you off the very first time because nigga, you could have just had a bad fucking day.
That must be my age and wisdom. Because you got one time.
Right.
I agree. They got one time with me, man.
One time.
That's a certain discernment that I feel like we gotta have in order for things to change and get better. Because I'm spotting that thing out early. It ain't gonna take me 2-3 times. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on three. I'd be damned if it's gonna be a 3.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna make it to the 3. Like I said, that second time, nigga, we out of there.
I ain't gonna make it to number 2.
You know what I'm saying? But,
let me read this, guys. Nisi, appreciate you for standing in the chat. Correct. You know the person you dealing with, right? They will show you who they are in different settings. That's why when these different females pop off in these videos, the men already know who and what they are dealing with. Now, with me, right? If it's already, of course, it's already happened in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like you already had a pre-show before any incident, you know what I'm saying, pop off. So when we go into a spot,
not necessarily.
If a woman is arguable and fightable outside, she's doing it in the crib. She's doing it in the crib.
I'm saying she might do it in the crib, but you might have not had your show yet of in the house. You might have not.
But if she disrespecting you in the crib, why wouldn't she disrespect somebody outside?
What I'm saying is you might have not got that far with this female in home to know this yet. This is what I'm saying. You might have not encountered that. Like you might have not have encountered this part of her yet. Not saying it's not coming. You might have not experienced it in the crib yet. That's what I'm saying. Not have happened. It might have not happened yet.
No. Okay. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying before that even happened, you already arguable in the crib. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to you.
So you saying you and her are having an argument in the home, and then y'all went out in public? Is what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. We dated 5 or 10 years, so I already got.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. You're talking years in. So this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I thought you're talking about like first date.
Yeah, like a chick you just get, like you just met this chick a week or 2 ago, and y'all like you may not have seen this side of her yet.
No. That's not
this is what I'm saying as far as my discernment with people, because like I say, I might have not seen this side of you yet. And we might have been out in a setting somewhere and some shit sparked you off. You see what I'm saying? And you flipped your fucking wig. I don't necessarily know what might have flipped your wig, but something transpired around you that made you flip your shit. But like I'm saying, once I've diffused it the first time and it happened a second time, now I know this ain't just something happened. Now I know, nigga, it's you.
But here's the other part of that. The other part of that is a lot of people are mentally unstable these days. So you know, sometimes it's anger issues, sometimes it's mentally unstable, sometimes they got multiple personalities and schizophrenia jumping off. And again, I don't even give you a full time. I give you half a time. I will leave you on the side of the road. I will leave you on the other side of the city. I will leave you in the state we're in if that's what it comes to. Because what we're not fixing to do in this day and age, when people are so volatile and ready to fight over, and again, I'm a fighter, but I'm not fighting a gun, to be clear here. And people are just ignorant. And then they want to pop off just because they having a bad day, like you said. So that's the other part that
these are the signs that I don't like. And I don't give a damn if it's the first, the second, the 5th, the 10th, 10 years. I don't care. These are the signs that I don't like. When we trying to be cordial, and you pick up your phone, and the first thing like, I'm like, he calling me again. Or you pick up the phone and you just argumental about the littlest thing, and then you got the phone. I don't know why he calling me. You know what I'm saying? He want me to cook. It's already starting off bad. You follow what I'm saying?
You call that chick and the first thing she say is, you calling me again? Bro, you hang the fuck up and get on.
Not talking about in the settings. No, I'm talking about like in the settings. Like she might answer the phone when you're on a date. You feel what I'm saying? I see this when I be out, you know, so with my wife, whatever, and I'll be looking at the like people come out on dates. They submissive other will be like, they'll answer the phone and they just got to complain about something to have a discussion at the date. And then they'll talk about the goddamn what happened in that scenario the whole time they on the date.
They on a date with somebody else?
Right.
Like I'm confused.
No,
like they're on a date with somebody else and they answer the phone when like they boyfriend or girlfriend call.
No. You're not gonna say. So when I'm on a date with somebody, right? I'm on a date with somebody. The person I'm dating answering the phone.
Okay.
Something happened on the phone. Like we just sat down. Everything is good. We about to get ready. We order our food. Everything is straight. You answer the phone. My date did, and all of a sudden just tick you off. You get off the phone, and a 20-minute dialogue is about the goddamn phone call. Ain't got nothing to do with the date.
Why she answering the phone in the first place?
That's my question.
That's rude and disrespectful.
But that happens now.
That's where the sign. I'm just giving y'all signs that's gonna just
like if it ain't your kid calling, you gotta ignore that phone call, my nigga.
Exactly.
I give a take on your kid calling. I understand that. If your kid ain't calling, you let that motherfucker ring.
Well, in my case, my kids are adults. Y'all gonna have to wait until we get off of our date.
That's cool. That's because you got grown kids, but no, a lot of these shit they got teenagers, young adults. So it's like if your kid is calling, I give and take on that. But if it ain't your kid calling, there's no reason why you should be picking that motherfucking phone up in the first place. Especially when we're on a fucking date.
Right.
Yeah, that's my boys call.
That's just date etiquette.
Right, I'll call you back.
Like that's date etiquette, bro. You just don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
You let that motherfucker ring out.
I want to ask you, and if Nisi is still on the panel, I'm gonna ask her and you as a woman, right? Is it wrong for a man? Is it wrong for a man to not step up in this situation? Okay, let me give you a scenario. We out on a date, great settings, and
he said great settings.
The waitress come ask for your food.
I'm assuming he said great setting.
Great what?
Great
setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard great sex too, but I know how my boy talks. I know how my boy talks, so I'm gonna clear it up. Great setting.
He's like
a great setting, right? Great setting. Is a man wrong? Is a man wrong in this situation? You're on the date with a woman. You order your food, your drinks come out, The food come out. Now, it's incorrect. She goes off the hinges. And the man talks polite twice. Now, you're talking to the guy respectfully, but at the same time, you're talking to the man respectfully to keep it on the low. She's agitated. She's going off, right? Now, the man is now at her. Is he wrong for just waiting for that to go to chop it over her?
Is he wrong for waiting for what to go?
Whatever that dispute, whatever they disputing on, I tried to step in as a man to water down
the waitress or the waiter.
The waitress, the waiter.
That's what I'm saying. Waiter, whatever. You're talking about a dispute between the woman and the waitress or waiter.
Okay.
Right?
Because are you saying that you as the guy, food gets messed up and you're like, you talk to the waiter like, hey, this is messed up, blah, blah, blah. While you trying to keep it cool and everything and get it taken care of, she's going off. Like she's going messed up and you.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that point.
And I'm still I'm still like, hey, okay, I hear you, You know what I'm saying? The man is here.
You just tell her, bitch, shut up.
Huh?
Just tell her, bitch, shut up.
So the man is talking to me directly. Like, yes, I understand. I apologize. I'm gonna get your plate. Do you want like now? You go to her to ask her questions like, would you want me to fix it again? She just Then he go back to the man, be like, excuse me, sir, you probably standing boom boom. But now he getting frustrated because she ain't shutting the hell up. After the man said, "Hey, babe, I got it. Let me handle it," and you still run off of their mouth. Now they go at it.
Like, bitch, shut up.
They going at it.
Am I
wrong? Am I wrong? Just allow that to happen, and then I talk to the woman afterwards.
I feel like you wrong for letting that shit go on that far, nigga. Like,
that's too long. If she's
you already told her she's not.
No,
you already told her.
No, you didn't tell her, bitch, shut up. You said, babe, be quiet. Nigga, tell that bitch shut the fuck up.
No, I don't talk. I don't talk to females like that. No matter how.
And I wouldn't. I'd be like, my thing is, I'd be like, will you calm down and let me take care of this?
That ain't getting you nowhere. That's my point. That ain't getting you nowhere. You just proved my point when you said she's still going. She's still going. She's still going. That ain't getting you nowhere. Bitch, shut the fuck up. If you don't want to shut the fuck up, you sit at this table by your motherfucking self.
No. At that point, I'm like,
how you break it? I just said different.
You go get in the car.
Right, because here's the thing: I'm going to spend my food. I don't want you spending my food, so I'm going to talk to you respectfully. But like last night, you know, I'm Blaxican, I'm Black and I'm Mexican, and yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, and we had a great time yesterday at the restaurant we went to. And part of the order was messed up. I was going to let it slide. You know, I'm like, it's no big deal, it's whatever. And he was like, excuse me. Can we get this again? Because it looks dry, it's hot, it's this, it's that. It was a salad with lettuce. It shouldn't have been hot. It's
right.
Yeah,
a hot, dry salad.
Yeah. And again, I was just going to let it go. Some women would have argued the point. I chose to be like, it's no big deal. He handled the situation. And sometimes, as simple as that is, it's about letting the man take the lead and being a man.
I like the fact that they interact. She said, and that's not the woman you need to be. Shout out to Nisi.
Right.
And Nikisha said it wouldn't get that far. At that point, the man needs to ask for the check.
I'm not even asking for the check, nigga. I'm getting the fuck up and I'm leaving. You figure that shit out. You want to sit here and argue with this nigga? Fine, you argue with this nigga. I'm jumping in the car, nigga. I'm going to the house. I'm gonna grab some Wendy's on the way to the crib. You figure that shit out. See, that's the problem, nigga. Y'all be wanting to cater to these chicks when they go through this.
That's not called catering. You're a dominant. I told you a dominant force that don't care about how you talk to females.
Nigga, it's just you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta prove points, nigga. So if you want to act a fucking ass, if you want to act an ass out here, bro, you act an ass out here by yourself, bro.
Okay.
Especially
I just can't call a female a bitch. I can't.
Especially in that nigga. Hey, I'm an umpire, nigga. I call it how I see it. You acting like one. I'm calling you.
Hey, I went SouthSide on that one.
I'm calling it how I see it, nigga. I'm not gonna call no regular woman that shit. But if you put yourself in them bitch shoes,
you put yourself in them shoes. If the shoe fit, you gotta wear it, man.
And you don't have to put yourself
in those shoes.
You don't have to put yourself in them shoes.
Women call each other bitches all day.
I don't use the words nobody.
Is this a date? Is this like an early date, or is this like a long-term thing and this happens?
Nigga, I don't give a fuck if it's a date or you my woman, nigga. If you gonna act an ass, nigga, I'm going to the fucking car. I'm on my way to the house, nigga. You figure that shit the fuck out, because you want to sit here and act an ass over something as simple as this nigga putting onions on some shit when all you had to say was, hey, excuse me, can you just remake it with no onions, please? It's just that simple. But since you want to sit here and act a fucking ass about this shit, you sit here and act an ass by yourself, my nigga. I'm finna.
But people don't know how to talk to anybody anymore. What happened?
You said what?
I'm grabbing a 5 for $5, nigga, $5 biggie bag on the way to the crib. Lemonade me, please.
Hey, so my question was not answered from a woman's point of view.
Oh, hell,
broken down wise. My question was not answered. Now, Nisi, Nikisha, and Miss Lisa, I want y'all to give y'all perspective on this question, and I want it to be broken down in a way to where a man, your man is right there, a man, on how can a man protect a dominant woman? How can a man protect a dominant woman?
Hell if I
Do you know Nisi? Southside, do you know Nisi? You
don't.
must know Nisi.
I don't.
Nisi said yes, Southside. You should just call her a B.
Don't call her a B.
Don't.
Just don't call her. Okay, okay.
She's saying go through the whole
man.
process, just leave the bitch out. But I mean, you know, I'm keep it real, like nigga. It is what it is.
Oh, I'm just saying, how do a man protect a dominant woman? And if y'all know the dominant woman, from my point of view, a dominant woman already knows what she wants and how she wants it.
Are you saying that, Terry, or you read that from somewhere?
He's saying that.
No, sorry. Oh. I got that from what was read and what was commented. So a dominant woman already she have her house, she have her car, she knows her standards, her more whatever she wants out in life. She gets her nails done, her done, But how do you what does it mean to protect a woman?
Does that make her dominant?
You should ask some of the commenters.
That's what they say.
Yeah, Ms. Lisa says she don't know. Ms. Lisa says she
don't know. I didn't understand where he was going with that. I got you now. Because I'm sorry. So, for example, I had all of that when we got together. Again, I travel out the country. I got a passport, honey. When it's wheels up, it's wheels up. So that's the thing about it is I know instinctually when to fall back. I know when to fall back now. It was hard for me when we first got together because I was a single mother and I was used to coming and going and doing what I wanted to do. But if I want to keep this good man, I need to learn to slow my roll. Maybe not sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, but because we do.
That's basically what you gotta do. In some way.
I mean,
that's basically what it is, though. That's basically what it is. Respectfully.
Hush mouth grace, baby. Hush mouth grace.
That's different.
Yes, it is. It's different.
Definitely different than shut the fuck up.
Exactly. And instinctually, because I am very opinionated, but sometimes it depends on the situation. Everything does not need a response. Everything does not need to have a snarky remark.
Yes.
And the thing about that is, again, I know when to instinctually have hush mouth grace and let him. What you laughing?
Let me ask you this, Miss Lisa. How did you go about learning that though? Because one thing I heard you say is at first you didn't have that, but you grew into having that. So how did you grow into having that? Like, what did you have to do in order for you to allow yourself to learn that right there?
Pay attention to him. And to realize this is a good man. He is everything I have ever wanted and prayed for and more in a man. So in order to keep this man, there are things I had to readjust. I'm not trying to be like your ex. I'm not trying to be like so-and-so and such and such, but to accentuate my good qualities. Because at this point in my life, baby, what you need? Because I can't be submissive. I can be. But again, like he said earlier, we share in a house. I work 3 jobs. I go to school. So I do need help sometimes. But when I get a free moment, I'm in here cleaning. Stand still. Stand still if you want to. Boy, you're going to get sprayed. You're going to get bleached hose down, sponges, and the whole shebang bang. But again, the thing is, keeping him is what is important to me. So I had to learn the softer side.
That part right there, right? Protection. How can a man protect a dominant woman or a woman, period, right? So before I even say my statement, even though I like to forget, I'm not going to forget this time. Nakisha said he can protect her by giving her the support and space to heal. A lot of women became that way through hurt and disappointment.
Yes.
You also have fans out here. They say, I agree with Elisa and yes, Lisa. So you actually got fans out here, which is great. Now, get to my point. You just made a statement saying he's a good man, and you just put yourself in a protection to protect my man. I'm protecting my man to stay with me now, right? And when your man came, you allow him to protect you by what? Leading. And in order for a man to lead, the woman would then have to listen, right? So if you was already in a dominant area in an independent lifestyle in a sense, and you allowed a man to come in and try to structure it and give it guidance, now you became a better woman. If you did not allow yourself to be that, you will be still the independent woman thinking that she's Miss Independent, which she was not. She was just hurt and miserable in the same sense. But at the end of the day, you became a better woman because you allowed that man.
Tell no single woman they hurt and miserable because they gonna swear that's the best part.
And here's the thing.
Life,
when I met him, I had gotten to the point where I was okay being single. I wasn't hurt. I wasn't miserable. I'm a grandma. I'm in school. I travel the world, and I got my girls, that I hang out with. And Keisha happens to be a good friend of mine. And thank you, Keisha, for being on here this evening. I appreciate you, honey. But that's the whole thing about it is I wasn't hurt and I wasn't miserable because I took the time to heal me and to get through a lot of that hurt and pain. So I got
that's the main important thing that I heard her say. She said she took the time to heal her.
Yeah.
A lot of women get in these relationships who are like that. They're not healed themselves.
Right, and they look to the guy to heal them.
Exactly.
And they look to the guy to heal them, and then they got this image of a guy of a specific guy they got in their head, and in reality, the guy that's in front of them is not gonna be that specific guy that they have in their head. They don't understand that.
So my question is this, right? Well, let me say this, Ms. Nisi. She said every woman has things they need, but she has to find that right man. She said the man came with things she wanted and needed, which is dope. She said the man came with things she wanted and needed. But the thing is that I want to find out, right? What is a right man? What does that mean? It's almost saying it's a good man, a right man. What is a right man? Like so you just said that I was right independent, I wasn't miserable. Right man, I got that. But you just said everything was good. I'm a grandma. I'm this. Everything was straight. Boom, boom. Right. What made you date if it was not miserableness in your life? Like what makes you seek a man?
Okay. Sorry, I was having a personal summer. I wasn't seeking anybody. When we met, I wasn't seeking anybody. We spent the entire summer together on a movie set, When Three Become One, with Mark Cummings. Shameless plug. But when we met, we hung out for the whole summer. We just had fun. I wasn't looking for anybody. He wasn't looking for anybody. And I was cool being by myself. But from the moment I laid eyes on this man, I was like, ooh, how he doing? I didn't approach him. But I was full on lust and in love. But again, it was important. You want to be friends with somebody first, because too many times it's like, hi, my name is Lisa. We bumped into each other and our clothes just fell off. Now you want to, after you done the hanky panky spanky, now you want to get to be friends. It doesn't go like that. We hung out for an entire summer before. And for me, a good man, my definition, because again, it's little young girls, a good man, all you need is a job. You can whoop her ass, but as long as you got a job, everything is okay. But for me, it's the fact that he respects me. He listens to me. And the thing is that I do have health challenges. So let's be clear there. And he puts me in front of him like I put him in front of me. We have a mutual respect for each other. And we encourage, support. And when I'm weak, he's strong. When he's weak, I'm strong. And when we're weak together, we just support each other. And that for me is what it's about, because he's not trying to lord over me and you better do this. No, because that's not the kind of man he is.
So can I say this, right? Nisi said right man for them. Everyone is different. Everyone wants companionship. So that goes into my next statement. If for people that's well off, you know what I'm saying? If they consider themselves well off and they decide to mingle, are they mingling because of the loneliness? They need some company. They're not necessarily. So you just said that you wasn't looking for somebody, but then you found a good man. So if for these dominant women feel like they got a career and they got this and that and everything is straight, you know what I'm saying? The reason why they can't find that good man is because they not necessarily searching the correct way. They're only dating because they're lonely and they need company. If you're not necessarily going after criteria or standards or trying to break down different categories of men, because you're not searching.
I think it's
obviously
different. It's different for everybody, but again, we just enjoyed making this movie together and having fun. And I was being me, who I am, and again to be transparent. What's the nice way to put it?
What are we putting?
I know, right? So he ran sound on the movie that we were on.
Oh yeah.
And I was the sex consultant. And so he always had a hot mic. I'm sorry, what?
Like porn or something?
No.
She said sex consultant, bro.
No, she said sex.
I did say, but I was for the particular scenes. It wasn't a porn. No, Lord. I should have clarified that. But that's a good question. And
so before you finish that,
no. Let her say what say. Let her say what she's gonna say right quick, because we the clips.
So he always heard me saying.
Go ahead.
He always heard me saying something dirty or silly or I used to do adult toy parties as well. So these are things that he would always hear me say because I was just being Lisa. I wasn't saying these things because you forget somebody's wearing a mic. You're on a movie set the whole summer. You're not paying attention to who got a mic and who doesn't. And so we would just laugh on certain things and get to know each other. It wasn't, again, he would leave early and I would be sad because he had to go, do something with his children, and I would get all excited when I would see his little red car come up. I'm like, hey, he's here, and that's the whole thing is that it was exciting for me to see him, but I didn't show it because, I'm old fashioned. He's supposed to approach me and, kind of a thing, but it's different for everybody. And you just spend time because we were friends. We were actual friends and we could talk to each other and kiki about anything under the sun versus starting it by having sex and then working backwards. It's not supposed to work like that. So
did y'all wait till y'all get married to do that?
No, baby. Nobody said that. I need to know what I'm into. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, you just
I did. I'm sorry.
It all out.
I did. But I'm gonna throw it out later.
Hey.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so she had the same question I was gonna ask, really. Like, so just because, like, the women they still like, what is it about them that make them dominant just because they got their shit together? That was a question I was gonna ask earlier when you kept saying like they're dominant because they have their career or they have their house, their car. Like, what is it about that makes them dominant?
Well, I'm not a woman. You know what I'm saying? So when I speak about dominancy, as a woman, that's what most of these females speaks about. And what makes them dominant is having a career and they're able to dictate their move. They have their own house, they have their own car, they take care of their own kids. You know what I'm saying? So they put themselves in a dominant situation.
I'm not. It's broke chicks that had that mindset.
Right. I'm not personally saying a woman is dominant because of those criteria. The women are labeling themselves as a dominant woman. So they're saying that men are intimidated to date a dominant woman because she have these criteria. This is what these women are saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. That's not coming from me.
It's broke chicks that have that same mindset, and they'll say a guy scared to date them, and they broke as shit.
But that's the thing. And from what I understand, if they're saying, you know, they're being considered that people look at them as dominant, in my mind, it's because you got the job, you got the car, you got the house, you got all this stuff. Stop throwing it in my face. Because if they come up and go, I got this and I got that, and what you bring to the table, at that point, I'm like, we ain't got a date because
they think that's
all you got.
They think that's what men like because that's what they look for in a man. So they think if they reciprocate that back out,
right,
that's going to make them desirable because they're reciprocating out what they want from their guy, not knowing the man don't give two fucks about your house or your car.
Exactly.
Or your career, like, that matter. Nigga don't care about none of that. Like, whoop-de-doo. Like,
it's like you said one time on the show, you said something about at that point, I'm just standing in front of another dude.
That's it.
I don't get in my face and say, I'm this and that. Good for you. I'm going to go.
But that's what they lead with. Because even if you ask a woman, like, what do you bring to the table? I don't know why they take that question as such fucking respect, but oh my God, you ask that question, nigga, you didn't flip the earth over 3 times. But if you ask this question, they all gonna say the same thing that a dude would say. I have a career, I have a house, I have a car. These are all things a guy would say to a woman because he know she's attracted to those things. But these are the same things she would say to you when you're like, what do you bring to the table? Well, I got a career, I got a house, I got a car, I got money in my bank account, blah, 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 blah.
And that's fine. At that point, good for you. I'm proud of you. I don't even know you, and I'm proud of you. But if you gonna get in if you want to like square up, I got this. We done.
That's essentially what they want to do. They want to square up for real.
Right.
That's what they want to do. They really want to box it out sometimes. Like I be feeling like they really want to take it there. Like,
and at that point, I'm like,
we can go get the gloves from
Walmart.
At
this point.
We can go get the gloves from Walmart. I'll box with that.
So I wanna get
I'll box with a nigga. Way look, I'll box. Hey, dude, we can box out. You want to be a nigga? Like, come on, put the gloves on. We can go 3 rounds real quick, and I'll show you why I'm the man and you not.
I want to get Jay. I want to get Jay involved in this one because obviously I was shocked from the news that he told me about the one that he was dealing with. It came and went so quick that I thought that he was gonna, you know what I'm saying, be a player in, but you know, I guess it didn't end that way. But
back in the streets.
He back in the streets, baby.
You back in the streets?
Well, he been in the streets.
I've been in the streets.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
So this is my question, right? As a and Lisa and Nisi and Nakisha, if y'all still on, just let me know how y'all think about this. So, as a man, we don't protect with materialistic things. That's not how we protect, by providing a house, providing a car, or getting your nails and hair and feet done. That's not in a form of protection. We protect by the way that we lead and how you should carry yourself, or we feel like your surroundings is either good or bad. If we feel like you're doing too much, or if we think that you should slow down in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? The way that you may be overstressing yourself. We think we come up with different structures and game plan on how to ease your stress or relieve, you know what I'm saying, some type of duties or protect your sanity. You feel what I'm saying? That's how a man protects. You feel what I'm saying? Providing space to heal. If we feel like you're, you know, stressing over certain things, we come in to relieve that, be something that's more positive in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? That's how we protect as men, and we can't do that if you're not able to be guided. That's how, and that's my breakdown of how a man protects a woman. So I wanted to see your point of view as a woman when it comes down to materialistic things. We talked to a woman, and she said getting the oil change is protecting is a form of protection. How is oil change protecting a woman?
Because if you blow the engine and you ain't in the car with her. Yeah, I don't.
That oil change ain't changed, and I guess
right.
Yeah, that engine can blow up, and if she's on the road by herself or something, anything can happen. I mean, that could be a form of protection, I guess, in that aspect.
The transmission get to smoking.
Or transmission
man,
get to smoking or something.
I can change. I can spend time and change oils to any woman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I can sit down and pull to the side.
That's the question, though. Are you changing any woman? Any woman, you'll just change her oil.
I don't change
any random chick, you'll just change her oil.
I would change her tire if I see on the side of the road.
Just any random woman, you'll change her oil on her car.
Yeah, I mean, I would pay for somebody to need oil change.
Any random woman.
I have a non-profit organization. That's what I'm supposed to do.
No, that's business. That's not. We're not talking from a business standpoint. Just from you being a dude.
Just me. Yes.
You would just pay for any random fucking woman oil change.
I'll buy a random woman's tire.
If you see somebody on the side of the road. Now I think he's really meaning like if he sees somebody in distress. If he not just a random woman, just hey, let me just pick this woman and let me go pay for an oil change. I think he's talking about if you see somebody on the side of the road or a woman in distress. Am I right? Am I right, Letary?
Right. But what I mean by protection as a man is pretty much the support cast and the healing part. It's supposed to be like some type of peace. We're supposed to be there, you know what I'm saying, as another covenant, you know what I'm saying, not just because of a house or a home, because a house and a home could be in, you know what I'm saying, within you. You're you know what I'm saying, protecting your heart, you know what I'm saying, protecting the love. You know what I'm saying? Like it's other areas to protect other than giving you a house and giving you a car, even though that's materialistic thing and they come with providing. Those things that I provide, you know what I'm saying, it's like a service. But protection is not just giving you a crib or make sure that you got a car to go to work. That's not protection. Those are things that we provide. It's a bonus.
Yeah.
So I just want to get your take on protection from a guy.
My take on a protection from a guy. I don't know if you see, I've been struggling with my glasses for a while now. I couldn't see y'all the whole night, so I almost didn't know who the hell I was talking to this whole time. So I handed him my glasses because I couldn't see. So for me, that's a level of protection. It's different for everybody. That might be something simple and basic, but for me, that meant a lot because it was truly blurry. But again, it is about protection.
Well, let me intervene. I like that. So I like little things. I was talking about the flowers yesterday. I like little things. So if it could have went a whole nother way, right? The man could have said, "Hey, let me see your glasses. I see that you and this happens a lot, and it get on my damn nerves. Hey, babe, let me get your glasses. I see that you. No, I got it. What damn? What am I here for?
That's pride.
Yeah,
that's prideful, and relationships don't have room for pride. Not good, healthy relationships anyway. And again, because like I said, Keisha is a really good friend of mine. She could tell you I've been in some janky ass relationships, and he is the best thing that's ever happened to me other than my grandbabies, my kids. And my thing is that it's learning to be soft enough to accept that protection. So protection might look like, baby, I'm going to the
kitchen.
That's the one. Thank you. Helping me with my words. It might be going to the kitchen and like, I know you don't feel good. You need some ice in your water, which ice in your cup. You need some more water. It's different for everybody. It doesn't always have to be some beat on your chest King Kong shenanigans. It could be something soft. It could be something as simple as, getting ice, helping me to be able to see. Because again, y'all been blurry the whole night. I can't see these little ass words in this chat.
God. You are saying the littlest things that's so big. It's like a woman sitting on the dang on couch. A man see the leg. The man go over there and say, "Hey, woman, can you get up? I gotta fix the chair." I've been sitting here all day. It's good. Why are you messing with me now? Like, woman, I'm trying to protect you for not falling. That's the littlest things that women. They don't get the littlest things how they protect it. They don't see how they protect it.
It's like she said, it's pride. I don't need no man to fix my chair. Okay, but when you fall, keep in mind I tried to help you a minute ago.
Right. So, and sometimes it is the little things. Too many times we listen to our friends saying, I'm a woman, I don't need no nigga to help me. And he'll tell you, because we didn't establish the boundaries real early. When we leave out of this house, I don't touch near door. Because I'm a lady, he's a gentleman, and we conduct ourselves as such. And too many times the woman is reaching for the door. Too many times.
It's two words you use. It's two words you use. It's two words that you just used. You didn't use women or men. You didn't use those words. And we were just talking about that, Southside. What's the difference between a woman and lady and a man and gentleman? Men don't open doors all the time.
No.
Women don't want their doors to be open all the time. But a lady and gentleman does.
Every morning, because I go to work before he does.
Oh, every morning, just said. You don't agree? Southside? You don't agree?
With what?
So you just scratch your head. Was it background or was it what I just said?
He's cutting out.
I can't hear him.
What are we talking about?
You on mute.
What are we talking about?
No. You have a whole discussion in the back, huh?
I'm listening to y'all.
Head, though.
I'm listening to y'all, bro.
No, I said a man and a woman don't always open a door or want their doors open, but a lady and gentleman does.
What you waiting on?
I mean, you scratched your head. I thought you had a different remark.
Nah, my head was just itching, nigga. It was just.
And see, like every morning, because I go to work before he does, he walks me outside. He opens my door so I can get in my truck, and he stands there. It doesn't even matter the weather. We live in Ohio, so we get snow sometimes.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He outside waiting for you to get in the car in the snow?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up.
Okay, so this is me, right? This is me. I appreciate you. You are a gentleman.
Yeah,
the man came out.
yeah.
The man came out. If we in the house and I say, hey, I'm about to head to the car, and you taking 20 minutes, I'm already in the car. You gotta open your door. You gonna open that
he
door.
doesn't do that.
It's cold out here.
But see,
No.
I also am respectful of the fact that he goes to work. I go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. He don't start until 9. So I wait until it's time to walk out of the door before I wake him up. So
maybe it's my fault because I'm the one that's impatient. Maybe I'm the one impatient. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that she's on my time. So when I feel like going outside and she's still preparing in the bathroom, I should be still in the crib waiting for her to be done. I think it's me. It's me on that part. I just want people to get about the house.
But if he's asleep, I'll wake him up when it's time to actually walk out of the door. That's when I'll wake him up. That way he can get dressed. I don't wake him up before I'm done getting dressed.
Hold on, wait. So he sleep while you getting dressed. He get dressed to open the door, close the door, and then go back to bed.
I mean, it's like sweats or a pair of jeans or something.
But do you go back to bed? Like so you open the door, close the door. You're not getting in the car.
No, she gets in the car.
Man, if you open that door, open your door and get your ass to work.
And that's the thing. She can, and she would, but that's my thing. It's like, no, I ain't gonna do. Now, here's something funny. My ex sister-in-law was like a freshman in college and would refuse to let me open the door for her at a store. I mean, like we battling it. I'm like, just let me open the door. I can open my own door. Her mother had to step in and go, if a man asks you to let him open the door, let him do it. But that's the whole thing about wanting to be the whole pride. Like we were just saying, it's a pride thing. I can open my own door. You can. You don't necessarily have to.
Well, you know what? Is
listening and you getting up, Mike?
I'm just saying, bro. You know, I'm sucking it all in. I'm a sponge right now.
But
This is clear as day why a nigga ain't married right now, because nigga, I give 2 fucks if I'm finna get up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to and I'm not getting like it's clear as day why I'm not married right now. So you know what, Mr. Franklin, my boy, I love you, bro, for coming on the show as much as you do, my boy. I respect you as a grown ass fucking man. That's just, you really just put some shit in the atmosphere that, you know, clearly I needed to hear this shit. And it's a lot of young niggas behind me that need to hear this shit.
But I appreciate it.
I appreciate you putting that in the atmosphere, my boy. I will never take that away from you, because my boy.
And I appreciate the fact that he does that, and he does treat me like a lady.
And the fact that you appreciate it, Miss Lisa, it's kudos to you too, because a lot of women won't appreciate that small gesture.
Nope, that's true.
But it's a big gesture to me. You know what I'm saying?
Franklin,
because he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
Mr. Franklin, matter of fact, man, what I need from you right now, brother, I need you to put a group together right now. You know what I mean? Get a group set up. You know what I'm saying? For the brothers like me, that's just, we thugging out here right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we thugging hard right now. We ain't really trying to hear shit they talking about. Like, put a group together, you know what I'm saying, for me and the young niggas, you know what I'm saying? So we can put our ear to the streets, and you can help reel us on. You can bring us back.
Bring you all back
you know
in.
What I'm saying?
Okay.
You can reel us in, and hopefully by the time I'm 48, I could have been a top.
You can't handle some of the bullshit, man. That some of these.
I'm not tolerating a lot of the bullshit. That's not gonna fly.
Yeah, you got to be a little tolerable with some of this.
Like the bullshit with me, like I am zero tolerance with the bullshit. Like
that's what it is, bro.
My bullshit level is literally like that meter is low. Like I'm not tolerating it, bro. Because it's like, and it's crazy because it's like I'm a very patient person. That's the crazy part.
What?
You patient?
This
everybody.
No, hear me out. Hear me out.
You
anybody, but listen. Anybody around me will tell you like I'm a very patient person. But when bullshit on the line, and you know it's bullshit, and I know it's bullshit, and whether you want to admit it's bullshit or not, nigga, you know it's bullshit.
I can give him that.
I'm not. That shit's not fucking flying.
Yeah,
I can boogie with you on that. I can boogie with you on that. But again, it's during the dating process. That's part of the weeding out, getting to know each other.
Whoa.
Did you read that?
Nisa, you've been good all night. Nisa, you have been lovely all night. You've been lovely all night.
You just messed up.
Nisi has been going smooth all night.
No, Nisi got a point. Yeah. Nisi got a point.
You've been going smooth all night. And you gonna throw that curveball like that? That's how you pitching at the man? Come on now. Come on now. You've been smooth all night, Nisi. You've been smooth. And you gonna pitch at the mound like that? Come on.
Mike, can I have the floor right quick?
You got it, my brother.
Can I have the floor right quick?
I know what you're doing.
We talking about my word, baby.
This is that
my stuff in the ground. Hey, she said polygamy, boy. I already knew that was going to get.
Come on, you know that shit was coming. And I was hoping we stayed away from it tonight. Right. We did a good job staying away from it tonight. We did a great job.
Thank you, Nisi.
Polygamy. Polygamy was common and culturally accepted in many African societies. It wasn't just about romance. It was economics, social, and political. Okay? Women often had their own roles, influence, and independency within these structures, especially in material societies. Right? After slave trade and during slavery in the U.S., traditional African family structures, including polygamy, were intentionally broken down. Slavery enforced Black families to European lifestyle monogamy. Slavery enforced European style monogamy. But even that was often denied to enslave people. We was built around polygamous systems. It's not about romance and it's not about sexual activities. It's about men reproducing children, in a sense, and also having their own community where they're doing their own vegetables and fruits, building their own businesses, and sustaining their own community with the women that's inside the system. It's here in the writing. So y'all need to get a polygamous couple on the show to answer some of y'all questions to what it is now. You keep talking about the past. The past and the future plays its part. The past and the future play its part. European lifestyle is still here. We still live in a monogamous situation that don't necessarily, last. Divorce rates is on a high rise. You follow what I'm saying? We barely could get along after 6 months. No, barely for a whole year. Why are we trying to stick together for 10 years with only one person? We could barely do it for 6 months. Just think about it. And then all y'all women that's 10-1 as women to men, y'all want a good man? It's time to share that good man, Miss Lisa.
The hell you preach. Fuck all that.
No. You gotta pull those resources, man.
Right? No.
You gotta pull those resources, man. That's how you rebuild your community.
No.
That's how you rebuild your community.
I'm glad we got a married woman on this show.
You gotta pull those resources.
I want to hear her response.
You just heard it, niggas. You
already heard it.
Outside of every woman gonna say no. Every woman gonna say no. So I want to hear her reason for why she's saying no. Like, why?
My reason.
We already heard it.
Because I don't share well.
That's it. That's her only reason.
And what we do in the bedroom and you doing it with somebody else, and I know that that's their night, it's going to be a problem because I'm going to end up on Snap and you're going to end up with a toe tag if there's enough left to identify you. But see, the other thing is I'm enough of a woman. Would you need to add 3 or 4 more of me?
I don't have the mental capacity to deal with more than one.
I'm just gonna ask a real legit question right now, and it's not gauged towards you personally, Miss Lisa. We have your established
answer.
You strong on it, you know. You rock solid concrete. But okay, so you have women, a mass of women that are missing something, whether it be companionship, a good father figure for their children, whatever the case may be. And it's a guy, and he's from their own admission, from the woman's standpoint, he's a good guy. What makes this one woman more deserving of this other woman when both these women are in the same situation? What makes her more deserving to have this good guy to herself versus him being able to be a good guy to multiple people to pull because they're all missing the same thing?
Don't have nothing to do with her.
I was just going to say that. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
But I'm glad you said it has nothing to do with you. So where do we as a community rebuild then? If nothing has nothing to do with you, where do we rebuild as a community?
Find your own good man.
They don't exist. Okay, but by women admission, it's not a lot of those guys. By women's admission.
Right. I didn't create that situation.
Right. We know you didn't create it, and we weren't asking you personally. I'm just saying from a general standpoint.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna go.
No, we on the same page, baby. You good?
Just missed out.
They missed out. They moved. But you know what? They could be.
So you don't care about your fellow sisters,
huh?
So you don't care about your fellow sisters.
I care about my fellow sisters, but we all run in different ways and in different, whatevers. But what you're not going to do is have this one here. That's what's not going to happen. I'm selfish. We'll go with that. I'm selfish.
Thank you. That's cool. We'll take that right there.
I'm selfish.
I'm selfish because this is mine. This is everybody
is selfish.
This is all me right here, just like all this is his.
So everybody's selfish.
She agrees though. She actually said the word that we were trying to get out of people because they feel like they're not selfish.
Half of them say they're selfish.
But most women ain't gonna admit that they selfish, bro. And most women ain't gonna admit that. They not. They not gonna admit it.
They're not.
He said most women aren't gonna get that.
Shit, every woman I know say they selfish, nigga, with no problem.
Oh man,
they're spitting your face.
Right. Just like he don't want to share me with another man. So you know, if that makes him selfish, then we just some selfish motherfuckers up in here.
Definitely selfish.
Hey, hold on. Comment? Hey, Terry, read the comment, bro. Read that last comment, bro.
Because y'all don't follow like Mr. Franklin and Miss Franklin set up classes, sir.
Who don't follow like that? I don't understand. Explain yourself.
Yeah, she's saying how he goes about his life with Miss Lisa. Like she's saying, like we should follow that dynamic of what he goes about. How he.
Hold on. Why damn is she talking about? Like what are you talking about?
The monogamous situation where they are one.
Oh, the monogamy part.
Yeah. Or just how he does things where anyway, like my boy wake up at 6 a.m. to go open the door, go back in the house to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's old school romance. He old school. I mean, no old school romance, and that's old school.
I'm definitely romantic.
He the type of dude that'll lay his jacket out for you. There's a puddle. He'll lay his jacket out and let his woman walk on it. I get that, but we talking about this generation, bro. This generation of man ain't like that. And this generation of woman ain't like that. So we talking about how to fix this new generation.
I dropped my 180 on that jacket. That shit ain't touching me.
The other part is he buys me flowers every week. He buys me flowers. I don't have to say anything to him because he knows I like flowers. So he gets me flowers every week. He walks me out every single morning. Now, if he doesn't feel good or, he got something because he's a diabetic like I am. And if he's not feeling good, baby, stay in the bed. Now, if he's feeling like trash, I don't expect that. That's not me.
Y'all not diabetics. Y'all just low on sugar. That's all.
Well, there's that.
I'll take that.
Yeah. I like that. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer, David.
I don't use the phrase that they give us. It's bullcrap.
Mm-hmm. That's
low
fair.
on sugar.
That is fair. But I mean, we do have an old soul, old school, old fashionedness about us.
We need y'all here,
but again, but I mean, he's 19 and
forever.
Yeah, he's forever 19, and I'm just sexy with it. So the whole thing, but the whole thing about it is it's about a respect and an appreciation factor between the two of us. So that's the whole thing is I don't have anything to prove. I got to prove because I'm a black woman. There's enough angry black women in this world. Right. So the last thing, when he crosses that door every day, this is supposed to be peace in here. This put peace because y'all deal with enough hell on the other side of that door every day.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah, you can set up classes too because a lot of women don't understand that part right there. I think that's where the line between selfishness and selflessness they blur because a lot of times you have to be selfless, and I understand the selfish part, but people don't understand the selfless part.
What I'm hearing is Miss Lisa and Mr. Franklin, like, y'all just need to be some relationship gurus right now.
Yeah.
Put everybody up under y'all like a nice little course on how you go about romancing your partner in a let's throw this out here clearly though. Do this in a monogamous
polygamy situation.
No.
Here we go.
That's like the synapses that I'm covering right now. But I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm just gonna keep a real player right now. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna fly in this generation.
Hey, And that's what I was saying. Like how to make it. How to.
I love to see. I love to see
the old school with the new school because they're about the old school ways, which it worked. It worked for them. It works. But we
that shit ain't gonna fly in this generation, bro.
Yeah, in today's generation, I don't know.
That shit ain't gonna fly.
I don't know.
But see, the other part, these little girls don't want to even listen to older women a lot of times. Not necessarily the same thing. Like Keisha's younger than I am. We bounce, and she's been married longer than I have. But that's the thing, is it's about a respect thing. We listen to each other, and a lot of these little girls don't want to listen because they think they know everything. Baby, I didn't get this.
You can't even romance them. Like, bro, you can buy a chick this day and age flowers. Nigga, they gonna call you gay. Oh, this nigga sassy. This nigga sassy. This nigga's on the down low.
That's unfortunate. And that goes to show what their mindset is and their maturity level. And that's the unfortunate part.
They don't want a good man. Good man brings you flowers. They consider weak. A good man don't really complain. You know what I'm saying? They consider weak. A good man, you know what I'm saying? Like, just want to open your doors and very soft at the tone. That's considered weak. You know what I'm saying? They don't want no good. They don't know what a good man is. A good man, they want somebody that's gonna go down their throat.
Right. Did you see the video? I saw it yesterday where the woman was. I think Jonathan posted it. Where the woman is mad because she went through her man's phone and there was no other women on it.
There was nothing in it.
Yeah. And she was pissed off.
Yeah, they said the chick say that's suspect to her. That's suspect activity because you're supposed to be doing something. I had a conversation about somebody about that.
That's a good man. They don't want no good man.
They don't.
They don't want it.
That's because they come from places of trauma and bad relations.
Yeah, they're used to the toxicity.
Trauma.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're used to that, bro.
Like they come from trauma and bad relationships. So it's like if they actually come across a good relationship, it looks suspect to them.
Yeah, I know girls who was like, if you don't hit me, if you don't put me in my place, and I'm talking about abuse, that means you don't love me. I've heard people say that. I was like, whoa. But that's like some trauma shit, though, bro. That's some other next level stuff that I don't want to get involved with. But that's
you slapped her a few times. I know how that go. But
nah, but I mean, for real, that's just some trauma stuff, bro.
That's where healing comes in. That's where being alone for a little bit, getting to know you and what you like, instead of jumping from one relationship to the next, like you some basketball. Just chill for a minute, boo-boo. You get to know you, heal from this last series of relationships you've been in. Because too many times it's one after another, or we keep going back.
Going around the same mountain.
Going around that same mountain. Because we don't want to be alone. Being alone isn't the worst thing. That's how I got this one. Just sitting. I wasn't bitter. I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad. I was healing.
All right. Well, man, listen. This discussion tonight was very, very educational. Mr. Franklin, man, I appreciate you, brother, and all the information that you kicked out, brother. Like you really set a standard right now, my boy, and I appreciate you setting that standard you set tonight, my guy.
No problem.
Like you set a standard for a lot of dudes out here, bro, and it's very much respect because men like you just don't exist no more, my boy.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it past. I'm gonna try it tomorrow.
You're fucking lying, so don't even go there.
You say you're gonna try tomorrow.
You're fucking lying, so don't even go there. But hey, man, I like this. This was educational, man. Like this was educational. Like
it was though.
I sponged in a lot of information, but that's why I was quiet a lot of the time. Like I was sponging in a lot of the information, bro. So I appreciate y'all, Miss Lisa. We appreciate you as always, man. I love your feistiness. It's unmatched. It is unmatched. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it.
You know what I'm saying? The energy that you bring and your outlook on life in general is unmatched, man. I love to hear it, man. I love you guys. Anytime you guys come on the panel, man, we appreciate y'all most definitely. Jay, you already know my boy,
welcome back to the streets. If you say you ain't never left, so you know. We out here, we out here, my boy.
We out here, man. We out here.
We definitely out here on the streets, baby. Hey, we out here, baby.
Shut up.
No, what is it? Grace, what is it?
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all though, for real.
But all right, man. You know,
That's not great.
you know what I'm saying? We out.
We'll see y'all next time, all right?
All
right.
Bye.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
All right, my
Have a
boy.
good one.
So what's the